The fools of today know nothing of the mysteries of the past. They walk down streets built upon the bones of fallen empires that gave them their technology, their magic, the very blood that courses through their veins. Great empires once ruled all around. The first occurred when man was just a scavenger. They were the Salas, snake men as the ignorant call them today. Their magic was strong, but dark, and connected to the foul outer gods. This connection would be their downfall as the outer gods charge a steep price for their knowledge. In the end, their dealings brought a cataclysm down upon Ura that nearly destroyed all life. What remained clawed slowly out of the devastation and began to rebuild. As they did, they found the remnants of the Salas. They discovered their cities, science of magic, even some of their experiments. They took the magic as their own, swearing not to abuse it as the reptilians had, as if they could resist the allure of its power. They might have sworn off worship to the outer gods, but they were playing with the same fire. They called this the Age of Wonder, and the imbeciles still look back upon it with their stories of fables and romance. True, there was more magic, science, and prosperity then, probably more than at any other time before or since. They were as ignorant as the fools today. Their meddling led to the weakening of the weave between the worlds, and through this weakened weave, the Celestians were able to emerge. The Gilded Ones, with their beauty and perfection, soon took control of everything, and then began fighting amongst themselves and using man as their pawns. Eventually, those who fought against them closed the hole between the worlds, cutting them off from the power that made them godlike. Overnight, they went from being gods to merely powerful mortals. Mortals that could be killed. The last of the most recent follies from man was the unenlightened glory of Rozar. The greatest of man's empires, it stretched farther and more significant than any man's nations throughout history. The fools of Rozar believed themselves superior to all, and they pushed against all other races. They thought if they could force them into the worst corners of the world, or even exterminate them, they would have harmony in a perfect world. Little did the Daleks realize that man is his own worst enemy, and the Empire crumbled before even 1,000 years had passed. Now Ura is a fractured land divided up between rival nations, dark magic, and the worshipping of foul gods is once more on the rise as the lessons of the past have all been forgotten. Now these fools will bring down the same calamities as their ancestors. And my fellows and I will watch and laugh. Oh, how we'll laugh.
You mean like that? Unmute it like that? Oh, hey, guess what? We're live.
Hey! Make it time. Perfect timing.
Yes, completely perfect timing. This is where I'm supposed to do this, right? Hey, hello. Welcome, everyone, to Tales of a Savage Land. I am Will DM, your magnificent game master for this fantastic evening.
Actually, he lies to you already. He that's Will.DM.
Will. You know what? I decided. You know, I was wishy-washy on the whole thing, and I decided I'm not going that route.
You can stand your ground.
Well, you can have more than one. I was saying, you can have more than one John and all this different stuff. You can have more than one Will DM, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going with. And if somebody's got a problem with it, well then, you know.
Until
Yes.
the dungeon masters unionize, I think you're okay.
Yeah. Has anybody seen the other Will DM from? I won't say the name of the. Well, what the hell? Yeah, I will. Encounter Roleplay. Has anybody seen them?
No.
He's a. Okay. This is going to go segue beautifully into what we were talking about before we went live. He is a cute as a button, foppish British guy. So he reminds me of Hugh Grant, who I'm secretly in love with.
This is getting weirder and weirder and weirder.
Hey, what's up, Jay? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Lord Gasumpa is in the house, y'all. All right, cool. So, well, how's everybody doing?
Fantabulous.
Very good.
Excellent.
Okay,
I'd say.
let's do. I'm going to get the introductions out of the way because obviously Tony's got something special that happened to him.
What?
And I want to hear it. I want to hear it. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start off with. All right. Give everybody the cannon shot. Let us know who you are.
Well, I'm Grace, and I play Ari. She is difficult to get along with.
That's one way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But
she's a sorceress too, right? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Who only cares about herself.
You know, deep down, I think she's got like a pet gerbil or something like that stashed away that she's like totally, you know. Oh,
You have to have that outlet somewhere, right?
yeah, you got to, exactly. All right, cool. So let's go down into the other corner there and let's hear from Brian.
Hello, my name's Jonathan. I play Brian, and I just finished eating a little nacho pizza thing. It was pretty awesome.
A nacho pizza thing.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It's like instead
I'm not
of
even going to take any of those jokes because that's I operate on a much higher level than that.
You're too good for puns?
oh, I get
No,
it.
I'm not. I'm just terrible at them. Excellent. All right, cool. And so, all right, we'll go up to Phoenix. Go ahead, man.
Hey, I'm Dylan Trahan, Villain Trahan here on Twitch, Dylan Trahan everywhere else. And I play Phoenix, and that's about all there is to say today.
No, the hell it is. You guys need to go. Do you have the link? You need to put that shit down here in the chat.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody knows about what Dylan's done, but I'm going to let you know anyway what he did. Okay, so I guess there's this
Shout
thing.
out.
Throw it out there.
Yeah, there's a thing going on called the con check, which I don't know. It's all I know is the loving. Now this is me talking. The loving people over at Saving Throw, and who is it? Who is it from Saving Throw that posted that?
A couple, actually. They did it from their main account,
Mm-hmm.
and then they, who else was it? It was Megan Caves was the other one
Oh,
that
yeah.
Okay,
and shared
yeah.
and plugged this stuff.
Well, but they had a hashtag con check sort of thing where they were talking about like, you know, con your endurance and things that they do, right? And
Yeah.
so that wasn't good enough for Dylan. So Dylan had to go and do a video, first of all, talking trash, which I adore, and then he drank a bottle of supposedly Windex to prove his con. And yes, there.
Don't try this at home,
We are
kids.
not sponsored this evening by Windex.
I would love to be sponsored by Windex. You know what I would do too? I would start each show with, and then I would clear off you know.
Like the dirtiest lens ever.
Yeah, no, totally. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's up on the Wicked Studios Facebook page. It's on the Discord channel. It's over on the Savage Lands
all
Facebook page,
over the place.
and now it is down in the chat. You can click the link and watch it. That's good, wholesome fun right there. So there it is.
They were very good sports about it. They were all very.
It's because they're professionals. I'm not saying you're not.
They know
I'm
what
just
they're
They're
saying
just
they are.
scrappy upstarts, is what
Yeah.
what we are.
There you go. All right. And last but not least, we've got Joplin, who is
I'm Tony, or Uncle Tony. And Malenre's already like, it's a scarf, not an ascot. She's already all up with my shit. All right.
she should be. You go.
I thought it
Malenre.
looked good.
Oh, you look fabulous.
Yeah,
You look
any
like
kind
you
of
should be in a
knitwear.
rom-com too.
Oh yeah, I take after Hugh Grant.
That's why I find you so attractive in a sort of way.
And you know, I tried to participate in that con check thing too, and I tweeted out that picture of me that I put up on the Discord from my high school D&D class.
Oh yeah, that was
cool.
great. I loved that because it took me a second to figure out you were the really boyish looking one.
Yeah.
I was like, that's Tony.
14 years old, and I'm like the good cherub looking guy in right in the front.
Yeah.
My wife was impressed. She's like, "You're so adorable in that picture."
Right. And I will say, like a fine wine, you've gotten better with age.
Oh well, thank you. Yeah,
You see
yeah.
that?
She was like, "You must have gotten so much tail back in the day," and I'm like,
Oh yeah.
D&D group. It doesn't count if you're the best looking guy in the D&D group. It doesn't.
Well, today it does.
Today, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, today it's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
It was an albatross around my neck for the other 20 years.
Yeah, I'm with you, bruh.
Oh, and by the way, you sort of avoided the question.
Which one?
Well, because I dated myself.
Uh-huh.
I actually threw that out there. That was 1984.
Mhm.
That was me as like a freshman, sophomore. I was about 14 years old. And you were like, yeah, I was in Colorado.
Yeah. Oh, you want to know it?
Well, did you drive to Colorado in 82?
No. Do I look that old?
That's what I'm wondering. Got me thinking.
Okay. No.
I
Actually,
won't make you out yourself. Just sort of,
no.
put it
I'll
down.
totally out myself. I was born in 71, so I'm a year.
Oh, okay.
But you know what? I don't. You know, I say that I'm actually a 72er because I was born in December, and I think that's kind of bullshit. They got to have to get saddled with a whole nother year, even though I'm born there. You know, like 15 days, and then I get a whole year out of 15 days. Not
I
cool.
could have been a kid from the summer of 69.
That would have been cool.
Well, and technically I was a kid from the summer of 69, but they didn't pop out until 9 months later.
There you go.
So I'm a 70s child.
Gotcha. So your parents went to Woodstock?
No.
That'd be cool, though. That would be
And
cool.
and we were like 3 hours from Woodstock.
What the hell?
Oh,
And they didn't
man.
go. They're awful people.
Yes.
Oh, well,
yes.
no, they might be tuned in. Maybe they're not.
No. This is technology. I don't know. How savvy are your parents with this stuff? I know my mom will never watch because she'll never be able to get it down. She has a hard enough time with her phone, let alone
Yeah, no,
trying to get something like this under control.
I tried to explain Twitch to her, and it was a lost cause.
Gotcha.
I send her a link once a week, and I hope for the best.
So we're basically the same age, Tony, me and you.
Yes, yeah. We
We're-
probably
we're the-
graduated the
We're
same
the
year.
elder statesmen of the game. That's what it is. All right. So, all right. Anybody got anything else or anything? Did you have an antidote for us, Tony?
Nah, I figured we'd just go with that because
Okay.
the video that I posted was a little darker than Dylan's.
Yeah. But that being said, you should go check it out because it's a great video. And if you want to find all this stuff, you can go to our Discord channel.
Yes, pitch the Discord.
Which I fixed the link. Adam was correct because he was bitching at me last night about the Discord link on the channel here. It didn't work. I was like, of course it does, which it didn't. And
Sounds
So-
about right.
I have fixed it. It does work. So if you go below, you will find the Discord link that'll take you straight there. You also find any of our T-shirts that are available. That's about all the product pushing that you'll get out of me. No. Did we decide it's what, $5 for an NPC? Is that what we're going with finally?
Jeez.
But if you want to contribute, we do have a prize. What do we have here? I gotta wait. I'm on the delay. That's too small. I gotta wait for it to get the.
we got Twitch
Excellent,
Prime.
Malira. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, sir. You demand twice over. So what we have here on the goal, we're halfway there. Every time we hit 1,000 bits, we're at 500 currently. The people here playing the game will get a special Benny. It is a carryover Benny that doesn't go away, and they're allowed to use it just like a regular Benny, but it doesn't like reset at the beginning of every session. So there you go. If you want to help out these darling folks, if you think they're wallowing in the mud and gonna lose. Yeah. So, all right. Well, there you go. So I guess I'll give a short and sweet recap. So what happened in the last episode, if you haven't read the recap that was up on the Twitter page, Facebook page, blah, blah, blah pages. Excuse me. Basically, the group went to an ancient temple, completing their second of 3 tasks for initiation into the... nerd from the
Bada Benny.
I,
We'll talk
will,
about that.
I shan't say. But essentially, they went up to the temple. They were able to succeed. They had to set loose some Zastadil birds. They fought some what appears to be undead stuff. Ran across the excavation site from Syndra, the lady they delivered to with a letter in the first episode. Well, not first episode, but under the first task. Unfortunately, during the scuffle, Brian got he got hurt by some of those creepy things, and he actually he got sick and was coming down with something. They went to a village by the name of was it the Highland Meadows, up in the highlands of Zada Island, and there they took him to a doctor, and the doctor was, helping him out a little bit, but couldn't do too much. But then they ran into a crazy man, Cerberus, who actually was able to, with cutting open his festering and infecting wound and pouring in some special sauce, I guess, for lack of a better word, was able to burn out this nasty necrotic infection that had been in him, and he was able to he was okay after that. And then they made their way back to Lycena and went to the Citadel of the Arcanus and met back up with Ogrit. And I do believe that's where we left off. You guys it was evening. You had just got to the Citadel, and he was going to allow to take you in. He was going to take you into the Citadel, and you were going to spend the evening there, correct? I'm correct on this, right? Yes. Of course I am. I'm the DM. I'm the game master, so if that's what I say happened, that's what happened until somebody shows me the video and otherwise. So that's where we're going to pick up. You guys had just dropped off your cart to Bagra, the Gulkin stable master for the Arcanus, and you were going inside the actual Citadel of the Arcanus, and Ogrit was taking you back through those doors that you originally first went through when you first got the letters, you first came here to the Plaza of the Initiates, blah, 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 so forth and so on. So there you go. You guys are walking along, and you're following Ogrit, and he takes you in. He takes you to that circular sitting room, and claps his hands, and some servants come running. Now, is there anything that you guys wanted to do before? Because what he's going to do is he's going to show you. You all are going to get rooms to stay in. Is basically what's going to happen.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
So.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So.
I mean, we talked to him already. We told him about while there's only 4 of us coming back, that was pretty intense. And I think we were reported in and all that jazz, didn't we?
He knows everything, I believe.
Yeah, you guys told him about that, and you talked about him dying, and that possibly his family, his father, because his father is still part of the Arcanus, and so he very well could be going to ask you guys to speak to him. Well, he said that his father might wish to speak with you at some point.
Yeah.
But, Ogrit was he was not happy about it, but he wanted you guys to get rest before he met with you and spoke about your next third and final test. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So if nobody has anything, you're going to get showed rooms and bedded down for the night.
I'm good.
Right to my room.
Cool.
That'll work.
Cool.
Get me away from these dudes.
Excellent. Okay, cool. All right. So basically, you guys will get shown to single rooms. There's a bed, wash bin, very lavish, actually. I mean, the thread count on these sheets is pretty impressive. So you guys are able to just basically zonk out. You're all just pretty tired, especially Brian. You're still just really exhausted.
Yeah.
Okay. So that night, everybody goes to sleep. You have just the sleep of the dead. You are just conked and out. Now, Joplin.
Yes.
As you're sleeping, your dreams continually are not troubled, but hectic. in these dreams, you're constantly doing something, you're searching for something, and this takes place in a number of different areas, from your apartment, from here at the Arcanus, in all kinds of different places in Lycena that you've been, and even other places around, like when you're out on the steppe area, the Golkan Vast, and what have you. You know, you're having these dreams of you're searching for something, and it's like you see in like always in the distance a light will appear, and you'll go to it, and then it'll switch and it'll go into another one, you know, another location, another search, things along these lines. So now, with that having been said, you do have a restful night. It's not like you wake up and you're tired or anything. Okay. You guys wake up and you notice that there's fresh water, linens in the room. So somebody snuck in with stealth of a ninja maid, I guess, and left behind these things for you. And after you get cleaned up, whatever the hour is that you get cleaned up and leave your room, there is a attendant outside, and most of these attendants are a little bit on the younger side, as in they're in their teens. Look like, you know, they're cutting their teeth just doing work here. So what I want to know, and I pretty much already am sure I've got the order, who's getting up first?
You know, it's me at 4:30.
Yeah, I think I'd probably be up around the same time. Just based on my work schedule, I'd probably be ready to get up around that time.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. All right.
So is there?
I don't know if I beat the Baker Boy though. I don't know.
Well, this is what I'll tell you what I think, and then you tell me if I'm wrong. So Brian's down first, pacing around, asking people if he can help them with making of breakfast, or you know, squeezing fresh orange juice, anything along these lines. Of which you're all politely declined, and you're left to your own devices at a circular table. And again, you're not being led further into the citadel of the Arcanus. These rooms, even that you stayed in, are off of that sitting area, of that wide, big, open patio type area, right inside of the citadel. Okay, so you're led directly from your rooms, which are, you know, extremely close there, right back in. So then the next one would be Phoenix, who used to getting up, and so like you go in and then you start asking the people who are there if you can help clean anything. You're asking if you can wipe down the tables or sweep the floors, which they decline for that as well, because, you know, that's your bag. And then the next would be Ari.
Yeah.
Yes. Who comes in looking for coffee, I'm assuming?
Probably some coffee.
Okay. And then last but not least would be everyone's favorite, the dear old Joplin come rolling in.
Yes, but with a surprise. He's about a half hour to 40 minutes earlier than he usually is.
Oh,
damn, look at you, son.
How about He's still not, it's not early by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling a change coming on.
Cool. All right, so there we go. All right, so you guys are all there now. We're going to just lump you in. You're all there. Good morning. Begins. Talks amongst yourselves. What are you doing? It's just there's a table, circular table with a bunch of food on it, and you folk, and then there's like one of those attendant young boy standing over to the side, like next to an extremely large potted fern. That's it. Ogret is not there yet.
Joplin, good morning. The sun is still on the rise. Didn't you know that? I mean,
you're early.
It's lower in the sky than it normally is. That's for sure.
Well, it's still on the rise. I didn't expect you to be so early.
I know. It's amazing.
And as a bonus, there is still food right over there.
I'm going to have some.
Rewards of the early.
Brian, when Ogret gets here, I was thinking that you should mention to him what you mentioned to me, that we need to go back to Highland Meadows. We need to explore that excavation.
Oh. Okay.
Weren't you concerned? You seem like
I'm sorry. The excavation. I remember we were on a boat. We were on the cart. We were moving. We stopped. I felt sick. And we were moving again. Wait. And then I don't know what excavation are you talking about.
it seems.
Yeah, he was
He was
pretty
out.
adamant for that part. Yeah.
All right. You know what? I'll mention it.
Oh. Okay. I mean, I'll
Better
help.
idea.
I'll help. I can fill in the places. I'm very good at helping.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
And also, just amongst us, Ryland, I think we should all agree that he died bravely.
How will he protect his reputation?
Oh, come now.
Mm.
We're in the Arcanus. His family is very important, and it's a small lie to protect a man who was oddly good to us.
I will tell you that if you tell the truth, there's less to remember. Now, I don't. We're not going to say he ran away because honestly, I don't know what happened. He was gone. Went to find him, and he was.
How about we just don't disparage his performance?
Yeah, we didn't see how he died. He might have given him a couple of good shots here and there.
And that is honesty. It is honesty. I didn't see it.
I mean, it's a slight assumption, but I mean, sure, why not just say he...
Say it, Ari. Say it. You know you want to. I can see it right. It's right there. Not
Because-
that I'm encouraging dissension amongst the ranks. I would never do such a thing.
I'm going to hold my tongue. I'm not going to actually say it.
I see you holding your tongue, and I'm going to ask Ari. I mean, you and Rylan never really got along. You sure you're going to be able to keep it on the down low that he kind of died a coward, to put it plainly?
I'm never sure of when I'm going to hold my tongue.
That's fair.
But his family knew him. I don't see the point of trying to avoid the truth.
How parents don't really know their children. I mean, especially one like him. I'm sure he put on some shows. I don't imagine they knew exactly how dainty he was.
I'll do my best. That's all I can
He
guarantee.
did help
He
at some key points.
He did buy some stuff.
He did buy some stuff.
Yeah,
He bought
did
us
buy
the
some
information.
stuff.
He bought most
He
of the
spent a
stuff.
lot of money on you guys. Let's just put it that way, for sure.
We could have gotten by without his money.
Oh, look at Millen Ray. See how nice she is? You guys all just got bennies.
Woo!
Everyone
Ray.
now, yep.
You're very quickly becoming our Rylan, I hope you know. And you know what happens to Rylans.
What do you say? I think that's the exact opposite of what we should be saying.
I'm just saying the parallel is there.
Except we like Millen Ray. I
We
think that's
do.
the difference. That's the
That is
difference.
that is
There
the
was
big
nothing wrong
difference.
with Ryland, but Millen Ray is a hell of a lot more likable. I will give you that.
Peach.
Okay, so while you guys are there and you're talking about Rylan and his death and how to handle it, yes, you start hearing a laughter coming from down one of the halls, and the pitter patter of uneasy, unsteady feet. Well, not really unsteady. Just it's more of a shuffle than anything else, and you recognize it. It is the waddling gait of the ever so lovely Ogret, and he comes in again dressed in his he's got his long coat on, his long shirt, and he's got a sash, and he's got a nice hat on with a couple of feathers jetting out of it, and dressed to the nines always as he is. And of course he has a bowl, and this time he has strawberries, and he's eating it. And you also hear a lot of other footsteps coming with him before he comes into view. It's almost as if there's like a complete entourage of people coming, and as he comes out of this hall into the to the area where you guys are in this sitting patio area, you see that it is a host of these attendants, and each one carries a tray with them, and it's got like the metal cover on it, and they come over, and when Ogret comes over to the table to sit down, they whisk away all of the trays of food that have been picked at and used and eaten off of, and put down new trays and pull off the lids, and it's new food. And he's like, "Oh, hello everyone. Oh yes, yes, good morning, and he gets a plate and starts walking around the table as he just starts heaping this food onto his plate. Did everyone sleep good, I hope?
Well, absolutely, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good.
Well, all right then. So, excellent. So he gets finished getting his food together. He puts it down. He gets pulls a chair up close to the table. Goes and finds a pillow off of, because there's pillows all over this place. Remember, it's like a super huge lounge area. You know, there's hookahs and all kinds of different shit. And he goes over and he grabs one of the pillows. He throws it onto the chair that he's in, and then hops onto it so it gives him a little bit of extra height. And he starts eating. He's like, "So,
Yes.
is everyone ready?"
Absolutely.
Yes, I believe we are.
I think so, yeah.
Excellent. I'm hoping that you all haven't been put off by the unfortunate demise of our lovely Rylan. I was worried that maybe some of you would be having second thoughts about your interest in continuing on for your through your initiation period, so that you may become full-fledged novices of the Arcanas. Is everyone still game? I guess I should say.
I think if we quit now, it would mean he died for nothing.
Yes, that is a good way of looking at it, Brian. Oh, you're such a good soul. Such a good soul. I love it.
And I'm sitting there with my hand up.
Yes.
Like I'm in class waiting for to ask a question.
Phoenix, you have a question?
Not to be crass, but I mean, we lost one of our initiates. Does that mean do we get a new one?
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yes. Well, you see, there's two other groups of initiates that are busy, diligent at work, trying to do things, and it would be rude to pull one of them away, and it takes a while to find proper candidates. I mean, all of you were under surveillance for quite some time before we decided that we were going to send you letters.
We were.
Oh, yes, very much so.
Reassuring, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, please, Joplin. Nothing to worry about, but you must admit, a man who goes around all in different places claiming to be a priest or a man of magic and means that, you have talents, but we all know that you don't have any sorcerer's talents, at least not yet.
What do you mean? I saw
promise.
No, I'm sorry. I've seen it with my own eyes. This man...
Yes.
He does wondrous things.
That he does, Brian. He does extremely wondrous things.
And by
Absolutely.
the way, Ogret,
Yes.
if you're interested in that kind of person, there's another one of him, of me, up in Highland Meadows.
Another one of you?
Yes.
He means a con man.
Don't say that in front of Brian.
Oh, he's a confidence man. I always find that is
Confidence,
a much
Oh,
more
absolutely.
civilized way of putting it than calling him a con man. I mean, he's using his talents for the betterment of all now.
Well, there's a man who tried to use his talents on Brian up in Highland Meadows.
Oh, yeah.
And there's another man who
Bertus. Yes, we know of Bertus, and he's not cut from the same type of cloth as you.
Well, no, but
He doesn't wear an ascot.
Probably a cheesecloth.
That's,
Yes.
It's a bakery joke.
That's funny. I think I got that one.
Yes.
Did,
And
we did mention the other man up in Highland Meadows that has more demonstrative abilities, correct?
oh, you mean Barsabas?
That's the man.
Yes, we didn't realize that that's where he'd gone off to. He's a rather slippery individual, tends to come and go, and, well, he's rather hard to pin down and keep track of. Quite unlike all of you.
Again, thank you. I think.
Oh, you're welcome. I have to say, Phoenix, it's quite a pleasure seeing the amount of beatings that you can take and still continue to motor. It's fascinating. Yes, and well,
That's-
Brian is he's a special boy, isn't he? I mean, he's like a gem. You know, he's
But
one of a kind.
But I'm still looking to see what other magics that Ari has. It's amazing what she can do.
It is.
Hopefully, I can.
And he
get
gets
there one day.
serious. Ogre gets serious for a moment. He goes, "It is, isn't it? Ari is
Yes.
a very powerful sorceress. She's only begun to scratch the surface of her potential. But enough of that. We're not here to schmooze and rub each other's egos. I mean, if you all are well prepared and willing to continue on, we're willing to have you continue on. Yes, I think that made sense.
I'm curious if all of the other initiates, the other two groups, have they suffered any losses? Have they been in
No.
combat? With the
There's
undead?
been some slight scuffles. I'll be completely honest with you. The other two groups, compared to yours, are light years behind you. You two, I mean, you four, are. We never expected.
Wait,
for
hold
these sort
on,
of
hold on.
things.
You said you too.
It was a slip of the tongue. You four,
Freudian slip.
yes.
Right.
I'm not seeing the future yet. I have to scribe to my bowl for that.
I think we make a good team. Absolutely.
Yes, I've been quite impressed with you you've been able to accomplish. And you're sort of like a bad penny. You tend to show up when things are going wrong. And that is a very, very, very important talent to have, even though you don't know that you might have it. I mean, you've seen a Celestian. And that's grave news.
Yes, we have.
Yes. I think I imparted to you just how extremely important that is. Which leads right into what your third test is. Oh, this one's going to be lovely.
Oh,
Well,
right.
Yes. You see, what we're going to have you do, and he claps his hands, and a servant comes running out from in the back, hiding behind some of the, because there's all kinds of curtains and drapes and different crap around here. And he runs out, and he's got essentially, it looks like a metal version of, oh God, I'm going to date myself. Hey, Tony, I think only me and you are going to get this one. An I Dream of Genie bottle.
Yeah, I know that one.
Do you guys know that? Okay. All right, cool. But it's metal. And he sets it on the table, and then he runs away. Oh, good. Oh, yes. So, seeing how you've all been touched by a Celestine, just being in his presence tends to have an effect on one. They emit an energy that tends to be soaked up into others, and we'll go into that more later, perhaps. But anyway, so you're going to take this bottle, and you're going to go to an island. It's a small island. It's off the north of Zeta Island. Not very far. It's called Castra. And you're going to go to this island. And on this island, Castra, there's a ruined city. Well, part of a city. Most of the island kind of fell into the Mavi Sea at one point, but that's beside the point. And you'll go to this ruin, find the seat of the throne, and once you find that, you will stay there until the full moon. And as the full moon takes effect, I want each of you to drink from this bottle of the elixir inside, it's a wine, but it's a special wine. And then
I don't object to wine.
wait for the evening to elapse, and then you're going to get into the boat or whatever transportation you find to this island, And you'll come back and we'll have a nice little chat and we'll see if you've passed your third and final test. Well, with that having been said, I have to go. And he hops down off his chair and starts motoring away.
Oh, hold on. Wait.
He stops.
Son of a.
Yes.
Oh. Sorry, I thought you'd gone through the curtains there. It was kind of.
He's
Kinda
almost,
halfway.
he's like, he's got a hand literally reaching out to grab it and pull it aside as he stopped and turned around.
So we just drink a thing.
He smoothed his feathers on his hat while he's waiting for you to say.
We drink from a bottle.
Yes, that
then
one.
we
I
come
put
back.
it on the table for you. It's right
and then
there. It looks
yeah.
brass, but it's not.
Yeah, I'm not a meddler. Just hey, that's cool. I didn't know I knew that word.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't know a lot about metals.
Yeah, well, that's
But-
all right.
But what do we know when the full moon is? Do we have a ship? Is there any arrangements been made?
Oh no. No. Why would we make arrangements for you? That's all part of the initiation.
Oh,
Right,
God.
right,
Yes.
right. It's a test.
Oh, great, sir.
Yes,
I
gentlemen.
don't mean to pry, but
Of course not. You're a good chap. You realize what the importance of all this is and what you're doing. That's why
Yes.
I have nothing but the utmost faith in all of you. All right. Well, goodbye.
what is it that you're not telling me?
And he goes behind the curtain, and it just flaps. And you hear that one attendant boy that's been there, but basically his job is like to refresh your beverages and all that different stuff. And he goes, Ogre tends to do that all the time.
Yes.
When is
Thanks.
the next full moon?
I don't know. Do any of you guys keep track of all that stuff? If not, you can just give me a common knowledge roll,
I would like to.
and then we'll see
Time to
what
roll.
shall
Hopefully it's
happen.
not tonight. I don't know. Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, Brian doesn't know.
Common knowledge.
All right,
Which
cool.
makes sense why I asked the
6.
question.
Joplin knows. Yes,
I do.
Yes, you know. You got that 6 there, and Ari, you know too. You have to do the calculation. You're sort of like,
Oh, but I can do it quick. Don't you worry.
oh, so it's like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Essentially, the next full moon will be in a week's time.
A week.
1 week. Yeah.
Well, if we get there
Well,
now,
we have a week.
we'll have a week.
Yes. A week.
But if we do get there too early, we'd spend a week on an island that we don't
Right.
know.
In the middle of nowhere.
That's also correct. Yeah.
But it might take us a week to find it.
I say we err on the side of having to camp for a couple of days. I mean, we know they've got supplies that we can hopefully get if we can track down a boat, charter a
Hey.
trip.
I mean, we all know how Ogre works. There's also going to be a surprise somewhere along the way.
Well, if we stick together, we can do it.
Of course you can.
But Phoenix, we're going to Kestra. What were those birds' name again? They're
Zastidal birds.
Zastidals.
Dick birds
Alright.
is what there are. That's
I
They're
guess
all over the place. There's a couple of them walking like this here. Okay, remember how I said that this patio sitting area, it's sort of built into the bottom of the citadel itself, but there's a part right at the beginning that's sort of like a crescent, and it's got lattice work all over it, and there's like ivy and different stuff growing in between it, and there's Zastidal birds like walking on there, looking, and you see there's like probably about 6 of them. And they're just sitting there, and they're being quiet, and they're watching the food.
I was worried they were called kestrels, and so we're going to an island of kestrels. That would have been something, but Zastidals. That's
Zastidal birds, yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, no, I don't think we're going to be rid of them. I mean, it is an island. Birds tend to do well on islands, but
Now,
Any-
Zastidal birds are only found on Zada Island around the Citadel. Unless, like you guys took some took them up north on the island. So, and they stayed there. They didn't, as far as you know.
now
All conspiracy. These Zastidal birds.
Good stuff.
does anyone have any business that we need to take care of in the city before we start looking for a charter I mean, he said it's just off the tip of the island. It shouldn't be more than maybe a
just north of the
3-hour
island. Mhm.
3-hour tour.
You stole my line.
Well, I believe that somebody has their sibling in town.
I do. I also need to grab my, presumably grab my smoke bombs from the quartermaster.
Yes,
That's true.
Oh, that's right.
but where would the quartermaster be?
Probably with the horses. Isn't that where we left him?
Well, that's Bagra. Bagra is the stable master.
Stableman. But wasn't the other guy there too?
No. He said that he
He
would
took
talk
it to the quartermaster.
Yes, he said he would talk to the quartermaster for you.
Ah.
So, yes, that is what he said.
Well, if you do that, I should probably touch base with home, see how the mom and dad are doing. You know.
Okay.
Maybe we all take the morning and the early afternoon to touch base, get our things in order before we leave the city.
Are we leaving in the cover of night or tomorrow morning?
That's a good question. I don't think we have anything to hide from, but I don't know that after our last encounter with the Brotherhood that we want to be on the shore anytime during the day.
Yeah, I wonder what the Azure Brotherhood would do if they saw you guys boarding a ship.
And also, I know we head north from the Circuit Road, but unless we go from the Circuit Road straight to the island, I assume we have to go to a port somewhere? Does anyone know any ports around here?
Lysenna is one great big port, man.
Well, we're in one right now,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess let's go from here.
Yeah.
We could go from here. I mean, this is just maybe me being over concerned about the conflict we had. But I mean, the more time we spend on the seas, the more time we have to run into the Brotherhood.
So actually, it doesn't matter what we want. We have to find the schedule of a boat and then be there when it leaves.
That's true. Unless we can charter a smaller boat, someone who would usually just be out fishing, maybe we might be able to convince them to take us with the right money. I mean, we lost our money guy, but we didn't lose his money, if I understand correctly.
Well, the thing is,
That was
Kestrel-
directed towards you, Ari.
Oh, I know, but I'm not going to say anything.
I have a strange suggestion. See, we're going to be in danger if we go out onto the seas, whether we're in a fishing boat or we're in a commercial whatever, because of the Azure Brotherhood.
Oh, but
They're
only if they know that you're on the ship.
Right, but it occurs to me that the safest way for us to get where we're going is maybe to employ the Azure Brotherhood.
Ooh, that's slick.
are you sh-
In this way, we could trust them not to turn on us because they're getting our money for doing the job. We possibly get to smooth things over with them.
Ooh, I love this already. Please tell me you're going to go and find them. This will be great.
And we don't have to worry about being boarded on the way there.
I agree with Joplin, and I'm not even there.
What is
I'm
that?
the DM.
Spectral voice agreeing with Joplin. Like,
Them damn dick birds.
do you hear that?
That's the
All of you
difference.
hear that?
Oh!
Hey, I got an NPC there. It's the attendant.
Yeah.
The
The
attendant
attendant's just nodding.
Yeah, that all translated to
this
what
out.
I said.
I believe the most direct and safest way to get to where we're going is the most indirect thing of all, and that's to approach Azure Brotherhood for a ride.
Ow.
That logic doesn't follow, but I hear your spirit. But the problem is, hiring them doesn't necessarily mean instant safety. It just means that they'll know where we are the entire time. And
Now, I'm going to say this much. Okay. I don't allow roles like this sort of thing to sway the opinion of player characters. X-nay on that. But I want Joplin to give me a role. Do you have like some sort of persuasion or like
of course it does.
funduddly or deception, some kind of skill along these lines? Because I just want to give a little bit of flavor to just how, influential your argument's going to be. You guys can
Skullduggery.
still all just say no. Yeah,
My-
skullduggery. That works. There you go.
Skullduggery.
Yeah.
My better would be performance as opposed to persuasion.
Well, it's not really a performance.
All right,
is
then
it?
I will roll persuasion.
Yeah. Roll the persuasion. I want to see this.
Not great.
But you don't know.
Yeah, you can- that's what
Aha!
Save me.
In a strange way, guys, it does seem to make a lot
That's
of
raise.
sense.
Yeah, he rolled.
Yeah.
He rolled a 9, so a 9
You-
is
you got a raise out of it. Yeah.
4, and then another 4.
Mhm.
It's
So-
just
So,
a
yeah.
thought.
So
To
I'm
be
just saying-
honest,
I'll
I
let you
don't.
talk about yourself.
I don't usually go in for the head-on approach. I mean, unless we're already in it. But he does have the right idea in terms of. I mean, we don't know where they are, but if we hire them, then we can keep an eye on them. And if we hire them, we're gonna have we'll be in a public area when we talk to them. We'll be at least protected by their want to not start a conflict in the middle of the city. He does have at least that much. And if they say no, they say no. If they say yes, then when they try and kill us, we'll just stay awake all night.
It doesn't feel good to me, but we're a team, right? And if we all want to do this, then
Okay.
I'm in.
All silliness aside on my part, the one thing that probably rings true the most for you guys is that having an organization as powerful as the Azure Brotherhood as an enemy is not a good thing. So, like Joplin said, if there's a chance that you might be able to smooth things out, woohoo!
Maybe.
What is the chance?
Billy Jack of all games. Billy Jack. Oh, is it like what was the
Wrong
name of
game.
that kung fu it was Billy Jack, right? He was
Billy
the
Jack with the
American
those-
Indian guy who knew the kung fu and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Billy Jack. We appreciate that.
Thanks, Billy Jack.
All right. So that's what you guys are going to do then? That's the plan?
Well, Ari, I mean, you're really the last one to sound off here on whether or not you think this is the stupidest fucking thing we've ever done.
I don't think you want to hear my honest opinion.
Oh yeah, they
Go
do.
ahead.
And so does the viewers.
Who would we talk to begin with? Go to the fort and say, "Hey, does anyone know where the Azure Brotherhood is?"
Actually, they do. They have a spot.
So,
Wait. Are they criminals or are they
They're-
an
I mean, they're not good.
organization?
They were trying to kill Syndra.
But they
And-
will stick to a contract.
And in my experience, I mean, I've seen
Will they?
these guys around the brothel. I mean, they're not being hunted. They're part of the city. I mean,
Oh,
They're pirates, is what they
Well-
are. Everybody knows they're pirates. But here in Lycena, they are merchants.
it's
And
a
they don't
mercantile
conduct,
guild.
yeah, they don't conduct any type of illicit or illegal things while they're here. And while there's guys roaming around with sashes on and stuff, everybody knows that they're Azure Brotherhoods. Azure Brothers, and then they have, especially you, Phoenix. You know this for sure. They have a place. It's called the Rolling Tide Trade Winds Organization.
Tradewinds organization.
No, not Trade Wind. Trade Wind's the, but
Yeah.
it is the Rolling Tide Merchant
Guild.
House. Well, they're not a guild;
House.
they're a house, but.
Merchant
Yeah,
house.
because I'm mixing their name up with the messenger service.
We would be legitimate business for them.
That's true.
We're looking to book passage with safety there and back.
Actually, I take it back. It's Wayfarers, the Wayfarer messenger service. You were right
No.
all along. I said trade wind. It was Wayfarer. You have
Will the contracts keep us
you get a
safe,
Betty
though?
Joplin. I'll give you an extra Betty.
Take a Betty.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll take
3
it. I'll
weeks
give it to
late
you.
on that Betty, but I'll take it.
That's all right. You remembered it, so that's
Now
worth
use
it.
it before the night's out.
Okay.
Speaking of which, we're probably about to get into some sort of negotiation. What do we have to negotiate with? What can we offer these people to book passage?
I don't have a lot of silver.
Money.
I think the Arcanus, if we explain we need, funds for passage.
Do you think they have petty cash?
They would have supported us if they were going to support us. They would have given us a ride if they were going to give us money.
Yeah, Ogric kind of like jetted out of here before you guys could ask him any of those kind of questions.
Let's sell them the horses.
What horse? You have a horse.
Well,
Well, see, there's just one problem.
steal a statue or something. I don't know.
I would assume that Rylan would have at least at some point pulled out his purse so everyone would be able to recognize what it
Oh,
looked
yeah,
like.
you guys noticed Ryland's
So I'll go ahead and I'll pull it out of my pocket and put it on the table.
Ching.
Right, exactly.
That's kind of what I assumed you were doing when you gave over to give a dead man a hug, well, especially when you didn't particularly like.
And I thought I was the shifty one. I'm so proud of you, Ari.
Joplin, you are the shifty. Nothing's changed.
All right.
Well, then, that looks like a reasonable amount of silver for passage.
Oh, there's more than silver in there.
Does this belong to us?
It belongs to me now, yes.
It belongs to you now.
It belongs to the party. I mean, we are, as a group, we're carrying on the. Listen, I know it's morally gray, but I mean, he would have wanted us to finish this thing, right? So let's finish it.
Well, you're our team, I guess.
Yeah, Brian, I hate when you make that face. I'm sorry.
I'm not making a face.
Making a face, you are.
I'm making a face. Anyways, I gotta go see my mom and dad, and I'm gonna get up and head out.
Do you see that, Grace?
What? No.
Look at your computer.
Oh, you want me to say that?
No, you can say whatever you want to say.
I would never say something like that.
Okay, so you guys are done eating. You're
I think
getting
that
up.
he's being a wuss for being all distraught over me having the money.
You could say that. Brian's a big boy. He can take it.
I feel bad. Wait, did Brian, did you leave?
I'm like in that narrative leaving, so maybe I did.
Okay.
Maybe I'm on the way, depending on when you want to interrupt me.
No, I'll let you go.
Okay.
Okay, so Brian leaves to go and see his parents.
His mom.
Yeah,
Mom.
his mom.
Mom.
Okay.
Anyone else feel really bad about how he reacted to that?
He needs to get over himself.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably better that he doesn't. I think he kind of levels us all out.
Why do we need that?
Right.
I mean, I don't know if that's really stupid or really smart. I don't know. I don't really know. I guess we'll find out.
All right.
I am comfortable with Brian being our lukewarm water. That is good with me.
I prefer to think of it as a moral compass, but you guys can describe it however you want. So, Phoenix, you're going to go to the brothel?
Yeah, and swing by the old blind man that I go to bring the money I have to. Just drop off some money
Gotcha.
and what I have in my pockets, and then
And
back to the brothel.
for those who are new and haven't caught this, because you haven't been there, I don't, for a while.
No.
Phoenix was what?
Was born a slave, born into the brothel, and raised by the women of the brothel.
Yeah.
And then trained by an old blind man who I give all my money to. Hence that's my in-game reason why I have the poverty hindrance in
Gotcha.
Savage Worlds.
Yeah. More so to think that not before a dangerous adventure. Not that there's anything wrong with visiting a brothel before you do that, but still. Okay. Now
not just going to hang out at a brothel.
Oh, right. Yeah.
yeah. Now, Joplin, you're going to go and see your sister?
Absolutely.
Okay. Okay.
I have to stop in and say hi to Jada.
I'm going to do, as opposed to us all going through and role playing each and every one of these encounters, I will brush over those. Now, while they're off doing that, what's Ari doing?
I think she'd probably just go back to the room that she was given, assuming.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah, you're
No.
totally allowed to if you want.
well, I'd probably go see if there's some sort of library.
There
First.
is. There is a very big and large library here in Lysena.
Yeah. I mean, I'd assume that there is. Obviously, the first thing she would be interested in is some sort of restricted section.
Actually, the library that's well, you know that we can roleplay for just a little bit because I want to see your expressions when you get answers. So okay, so Phoenix, you're able to go. You go visit your One Marin. Did I say it right? Is that
What's that?
the guy's name?
Jean Marin.
Jean Marin. That's
Yeah.
right. Jean Marin, you go visit Jean Marin, you give him your money so that he can live and not be a starving artist.
Yeah.
And then you go back to the brothel. Everyone there is very excited to see you because they didn't see you from the last time when you went off to go and do that dangerous stuff. So they're all very happy, and many of the girls that are there take time coming to see and talk to you, and what have you, as well as Esha, I do believe is her name, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, Esha, the madam that runs the house for the owner. She will actually spend some time with you and see how everything's going and so forth and so on.
Yeah, I filled them in on all the adventures I've had.
And they're excited to hear about it. So
To
much
what
so, yeah. And fortunately, it's the morning time, so they're not like slammed with any kind of business, so it's no big deal. Okay, Brian, you go. Actually, first we're going to do Joplin. Joplin, you go back to your apartment, and your sister is not there. Her stuff is still there. Okay.
Tell me she left a note.
Note, Jada didn't leave a note, but her stuff is all there. It's obvious that she has not gone out and hasn't moved out or moved on, but she's obviously somewhere out in the city doing whatever she's doing. Okay.
Chances that she got herself a job.
One would hope, right?
All right.
Okay.
That's the thought I'm going to put in my head. Maybe she got a job.
Maybe she got that job being an acrobat like she wanted. Maybe she found some place to go perform.
There should be a circus or something.
Oh yeah. There's all kinds of entertainment and things like that. Matter of fact, there's like a persistent carnival and like a midway sort of amusement park thing outside the city's walls that people go to all the time.
She could probably do well there. She knows some of my tricks too.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, so Brian, you go and you go to the bakery. It's already open.
If we could we cut to me as I'm leaving with 2 bags of bread? There's actually some place else I want to go to that I need to stop by.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to cut to that, but
Okay.
you can go to where you need to go after. So you come into the bakery. There's like 1 or 2 customers there, because of you having breakfast at the Citadel and whatnot. The rush is already gone. And as you come in, you hear your mother just talking away, talk, and you hear Jada talking away, talk. And as you go in, you see behind the counter, there's your dad doing his normal chores, and then there's your mom. Let me see, what was your mom's name again? I need to make sure I get this right. Frenna, right? And Jada are there, and they're like kneading dough and stuff, and Jada's got an apron on and what have you, and your mother's like, "Oh, Brian, you're home. Oh, how did it go?" And she comes over and she pats the side of your face and gives you a big old
Hi,
kiss.
Mom.
Leaves of course, flour on the side, both sides of your face. And
Doesn't bother me.
Jada comes up and goes, "Oh, Brian, hi. Guess what?
Hey.
Guess what? I got his job. I'm working here now in the bakery. Isn't that
Oh,
great?"
you're working in the bakery now.
Yes.
That's so good.
And your mother
So good.
Your mother pipes up and goes, Brian, now please don't take this wrong, honey. Of course, we are so proud of you because you're going and working and getting into the Arcanus. I mean, it's beyond all of our wildest dreams. But that does leave us a little, underhanded. So we figured, why not? Jada's such a lovely girl, and she's the sister of your new friend Joplin. It just made sense, so we hired her.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes so much sense.
And
It
then
does.
Jada
It does.
Jada takes like a half a step just a little bit closer to you. Goes, your mom was even saying I might be able to move into the spare room.
Yo,
So I will,
Mom,
I'd be
I'm gonna
closer.
rotate my mom in between me and her.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's wise. There's just so much.
honey,
stuff,
why are you whispering?
And it's just my throat. It's the last one really took it out of me, but I just wanted to come by and see how you're doing. It looks like you have help, and also, what about the pottery?
The pottery?
Yes, the pottery that we might purchase and might put in the spare room.
Brian, honey, I don't know what you're talking about. And she looks
Yeah,
over.
me
She
neither.
looks over at your dad at that point, and she goes, "Gregan, do you know what he's talking about?" And Gregan's like, "Nope," and just keeps working. It's like,
Yep,
honey, you're
that's-
making no sense. Obviously, this is something you're
Dad.
concocting on your own. And well, no, we're not putting pottery in there. I mean, if we were to put pottery in there, where would Jada stay?
Yes, where would she stay?
Exactly,
Yeah.
honey. I'm so glad. How long are you gonna stay?
Well, actually, I made some promises to some sentries. I'm actually here to pick up a few parcels and run it over right quick.
Oh, of course, of course. Anything for you, honey. Be sure to see us. She says us before you take off, okay? And
Oh
she-
yeah, you and Dad are always on the top of my list.
Oh,
Mom.
and Jada
Anyway,
too. You have to say
of
goodbye to Jada.
course, I lean around and just give her that fake squinty smile, like, of course,
Right,
of
excellent.
course.
And Jada's just got a huge Mary Lou Retton smile for you. Excellent. Okay, so you get some of your pastries and whatnot. There's still plenty there that you can take.
Fantastic.
Okay, and you're gonna take it down to the sentry outpost.
Yep, where I told him I would bring some eventually.
Excellent.
Yes, follow up on that promise because I keep my promises. And pretty much while I'm there, I'm going to tell him, sorry I'm late, but to compensate, here's like a little extra on top of that single parcel. And then just let them know that, how great the Azure Brotherhood is. And we're thinking of taking them up on some business.
Oh, now you run into the captain when you say that. You go, hey, look, kid, you look like a square guy, and you brought us this bread, and we really appreciate that.
Of course.
You do know they're pirates, right?
Well, not really. What, should I be worried?
Well, yeah. I mean, they're pirates. I mean, if you're going to hire them, I mean, I guess you could. I mean, the likelihood of them killing you in your sleep, robbing you blind, and dumping your bodies overboard is probably pretty slim, provided you're not like really wealthy. You're not really wealthy, are you?
Not in the slightest. But the thing is, we need to get to the Northern Islands. I mean, what would you do if you were in my shoes? They seem like the best deal.
Well, I don't know, man. You're the Arcanus. You tell me.
You're right. So, well, I think that's the best course of action. But thank you for the warning.
Yeah, just you take care of yourself there, Brian. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you're a
And
good.
long shelf.
You're a good kid. If you need anything, you know what? I think this guy's got a name.
Captain.
All right,
Who's the
chat.
captain?
This is chat's turn. He is a captain. I don't think maybe I didn't write it down. What's the name of the
Captain Toyka.
Captain Toyka? Look at you, girl. All
Look
right.
at that.
Thanks anyway, chat. But we found the name. Okay.
I didn't even write that one down.
Captain Toyka, he is the precinct captain for the dock ward
I did have it. It's the second thing I wrote down.
Captain Toyka. There you go. So, Brian, you might want to keep a note of that and put him on your sheet. Because actually, you're starting to build a decent rapport with this guy. He's actually quite impressed with you so far. I mean, you brought him fresh baked goods.
Well, I always follow up on my promises, of course.
Well, do you know how many people he runs into on a daily basis that are scum? You're a breath of fresh air, my son.
Of course.
Yeah, and also my notes are Captain Toyka, and then in brackets I wrote guard I punched. So maybe you should deal with this guy from now on.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, because that's true.
Then after that, I'm going to head back to wherever we're meeting. So.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming you guys were planning on just meeting back at the Citadel, right?
That's where I would have headed.
Okay. All right, cool. Now let's go to Ari right quick. Okay, so Ari, you're going to want to go to the public library here, right? Because they have a public library. Now there's two parts of the library. There is a pay part, and then there's the free part. But the library itself is massive. It is a huge white marbled and domed roofed affair. It is huge. And it has many different sections to it. The public library part of it is massive. You could pretty much take St. Paul's Cathedral and stick it inside that part. And then it has other sections that, like I said, these sections of the library are off limits to the public. You have to buy and you know this enough because you've been living in Lycena. So you have to buy a membership, and the membership allows you to come in and use the books there as much as you want. You're still not allowed to take them out, but so.
Yeah. Do I know how much the membership is? Or?
Let's find out. I want you to go ahead and roll me a D12.
Okay.
And we're going to add 4 to this.
9.
Okay. So it's going to be 9 silver. And that'll be for a month. So it's pretty expensive.
Right.
And the reason you got 9 is because the guy felt nice, because 9's an odd number for somebody to be charged for something.
Well, not really.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I would go ahead and pull out 9 silver from. The problem is I don't know how much is in the purse, so I'm hesitant.
I know we did say at one point we can redo the rolls if you do not remember.
Yeah, I didn't write it down anywhere.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I want you to roll me a D10 and add 2. 5,
7.
6. Okay, there's 7 gold.
Okay.
Gold.
Roll me a D20 and add 4. Hey, you like the number 5, right?
Jeez.
Okay, there's 9 silver in there.
Okay.
And roll me a D20 and add 6. Okay,
So
there you go.
21.
And 21 copper. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
And for all of you watching who think that is a low sum of money, in Lycena, silver is the main currency of exchange. And, well, actually, I take that back. Copper is the main currency of exchange. And so silver is like gold in most places, and gold is like platinum in most places, but even more so in value. So.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't use the 9 silver to gain access.
Okay.
So I would probably just look around, see if I could find.
Now you can look around in the free library all you want. You still
Right.
can't take any books out of there. It's not like our modern libraries where they allow you to come in and check books out. They're entirely too valuable, and there are armed guards here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, very much so. So you want to do like a research roll?
Yeah, but I don't really know what I want yet. That's the problem. I should have been thinking about it.
Well, I mean, what's the information that you got? Let's look at it that way. You're going to be going to an island, and
Right.
then, I mean,
Right.
you know
Yeah, so I
that
guess-
for sure.
I guess that makes sense. I would go ahead and try to find any sort of book that I can find on this island. Any sort of
Castra is the name of it.
right.
Okay.
Castra.
Okay, and
just
you also
research.
know Celestine, but you know for a fact when it comes to like the Celestines, probably any information that you're going to find out here is just basic myths. You're
Right.
not really going to find
exactly, yeah.
anything probably good. But
Which you probably know the myths being from not here. But
everybody knows the myths. It's just like I said. Think of it just like how much the common person's knowledge of the Greek gods. Okay,
okay.
that's your same basis of what you know about the Celestines. So,
Okay, yeah.
okay,
So yeah, I would just look for some sort of history of the island if I can
okay,
figure out a map or
Yeah.
whatever.
yeah, totally. Go ahead and do that research roll.
Let's see here. So
You got a 7. Excellent.
Yeah, with a
Okay.
raise, but
Yep,
not
it's got a raise on it. So yeah, you get some good information. So after now, it's going to take you some time, far more time than it's going to take the others, but not that really matters. You go through, you search the library, you maybe even ask for. Well, you wouldn't ask for help. You're stubborn like that.
Yeah. So probably would take a bit longer, but
Yeah, exactly.
I would ask for help.
You do find books about the island, and it's basically the most information you find is actually in the history of Zada itself. Now, Zada being the main island in which Lycena sits upon, but there's plenty of smaller islands around Zada. It goes sort of like this. During the time of Zada was a bigger island at one time. Okay. During the time of the Salus. Now this is like super ancient history. During the apocalypse, which there's a number of different ideas of what the apocalypse was, parts of Zada was shattered and fell into the ocean, and they say that at one time Castra actually was connected to Zada, all one land. Then you go into the time of the Celestines and what have you, and the Celestines there was a Celestine that basically lived on Zada and lived on these islands, and supposedly the ruins that are on this Castra is the ruins of basically the Celestine that lived here and ran his domain, his empire from this place. And so one of the islands, the smaller islands, is said to contain that. This Castra has ruins on it, but there's a bunch of other smaller islands that have some ruins on them too. Zada itself has some ruins on it as well.
Right.
So, and that's basically what you're going to find out as far as what these ruins are, and that this was actually supposed to be the abode or the seat of power of one of them.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
So after I'm done with that, I probably would just go back to the room.
Okay. So then you go back, and when you go back, you will run into the rest of the fellas. They'll already be there. The 4 of you are there. You meet up again. Bump. Okay.
And I'm sitting there playing my flute to the birds again.
And they'll be copying it back right to you. You play some notes, and they repeat it right back to you. Once in a while, one of the other Zassadil birds go, "You suck. He's good. You suck. Give me a cracker." Yeah,
I pull out some crumbs from my pocket and feed the birds.
they'll eat it, of course. Okay, so you guys are all there. You're back together again. What are you doing?
Always messing with those birds.
Yeah, I kind of like them. Wonder if someday maybe I can get one of these. I'll have to look into it. You like the library? Maybe you can look up whether you can tame these things. Whether I can get one of these pet somehow.
I think food would be a pretty good
Yeah, but I'd run out of food pretty quickly. I don't have a lot of, coin.
Fair.
Anyways, aside from birds, how's things? Did everyone get enough rest? We ready to roll?
Well, we've decided to go with the Azure Brotherhood. Is that true?
I mean, I think we got to dip our toe in the water, see how much trouble you were in with them, and I mean, hey, if it's unresolvable, then we'll skin that cat another day, I guess.
Well, I spoke to the sentries, and they said that they wouldn't recommend it. But if that's the only way, then that's the only way.
I mean, they wouldn't have recommended us bopping them in the nose either, but we,
I can't believe you all did that.
it was pretty
crazy.
stupid.
It's a good story, though. It's a good story. So, maybe this is a way to get more stories, right?
Yeah, I like that. That's a great way to look at it, Brian.
I think
Yeah.
as long as we approach them publicly, I don't think there'll be any trouble.
Well, Joplin, you never steered me wrong, and I'll be there to help you out. Absolutely.
And besides, that's the note I left for my sister. I haven't seen her. I assume maybe she got a job somewhere. Hope she's happy.
Oh, yes, she got a job, all right. She's working at the rhubarb now.
Well, how
I-
wonderful is that?
I bet you're glad that news came from him and not from me, huh?
Did you know?
Yeah.
No, I just mean if I told you that I found out your sister got a job where I live.
How's it going? I wouldn't have reacted quite the same.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
I get your point now.
And she's also moving in, Joplin, apparently with my family.
Oh, we are going to be related before all this is over.
Well, that's a silver lining then, but I don't know. But anyways, we'll talk about that later.
You know,
We're finding a boat, right?
go take the Mayfair name. There's tons of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
we have a storied
It
name.
even works.
That's not.
We'll put a pin in that. All right, we'll put a pin in that.
Probably
Okay.
for the best.
So boat, right?
Yeah,
So are
let's
you
go.
guys going to seek passage, or are you going to go talk to the Azure Brotherhood?
I don't know. I think we go knock on their door, right? Is that the
Yeah.
plan?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys go down to the dock area. It is extremely easy, and actually, Phoenix, you know for a fact where the Rolling Tide trade wind. See, I can say trade wind. The Rolling Tide trade wind. I knew it all along, by the way. The Rolling Tide trade wind Mercantile Corporation is at, and it's nothing more than a really big warehouse. It's a 2-story one too, and it's got a big double door entranceway. There's a couple of barrels situated on the outside, a hand painted sign on the side of it. It's got blue waves rolling, and it's got its name over the top of it. And there's two big guys just standing outside the front. They look like sailors. Wink.
But
But they do not wear the blue sashes to openly declare that they are Azure Brotherhood. Now, everybody go ahead and give me a common knowledge roll to see if you remember the name that Sindra threw around about the guy who was in town who ran them.
Don't know. Oh,
Write these things down.
Yeah.
Phoenix knows. Phoenix knows.
maybe it depends on. Did she say it a couple of times?
Joplin knows.
Joplin.
TARDIS?
Yeah, what did Phoenix get? Okay, Phoenix got a 4. Yeah. Phoenix is like, I think she said Hakan. And Joplin goes, yeah, Hakan.
Hakan.
Hakan, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, Hakan.
Hakan!
Yes,
I get it.
there you go. So Hakan is the guy who runs the merchant,
TARDIS.
Rolling Tide merchant business. Okay, so you guys go rolling up there, and as you make it obvious that you're coming to the door, both of these guys kind of stand up, stretch a little bit. One of them's got just a vest on and the baggy pantaloons, a sash around his waist, but it's not blue. He's definitely got 4 different types of daggers, one into like almost swords connected. It's rather close to. Remember, I was saying Barsabbas had that 2 foot long like scimitar. It's not quite as basically it's like a short a scimitar short sword. Okay, they have that in in his in their sashes. They have obvious invisible weapons. Now you can have weapons in Lycena. It is not against the law to have weapons on your person. The fines of using said weapons are pretty steep though. So, and as you're coming up, the one guy. Oi, what's all this then?
We're here to see Hakan.
Oh, you got an appointment, do you? Who can I say's coming? Well, don't
No.
speak all at once.
We're here for business.
Right.
Here representing the Arcanus.
And the other guy, who's a little bit smaller than him, they're both really big dudes. The other guy goes, "Yeah, I think they're Arcanus. Look, they're wearing the white and they got the gold. That's the Arcanus. Yeah, it might be the Arcanus, but where's your stars?
We don't have them yet. That's why we're here.
You're here to buy stars? We don't. This isn't the Arcanus.
Right.
We're
Yes.
here to buy passage, and that passage will get us our stars.
We don't have any carts to take you to the Citadel.
We need a boat.
Oh, a boat.
I hear you have boats.
I think they should talk to Hakan. Oh, yeah, well, now, how are you guys dressed? Because are you, like, ready to, like, roll right now? Like, is
Oh.
Brian in his
I have everything.
his chain shirt and his spear with him?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the Arcanus tunic over that.
I'm wearing everything but the tunic. I'm not wearing the Arcanus stuff. Still just got tucked into my shorts. But
All right. Give me a moment. And he goes in the door and he slams it. And the other guy just kind of sits there, looking around, not trying to look you guys in the eye. A couple minutes go by. The other big guy comes out. All right. Come on in. Follow me.
all right.
So he just leaves the door open, walks inside, doesn't even wait to turn around to see if you guys are following.
I'm gonna just does the other guy still out here?
Yeah, he stays outside.
Okay, well that's not a big deal. I'm just gonna turn to them and say, so we talked about doing this and talking and having this discourse outdoors in a public place, right? Do we really want to go in there?
Either this works or it doesn't.
All right, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Okay, so you hurry up after because he isn't waiting for you guys. He's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so you hurry in. As soon as you get inside, the door closes behind you, of course. Now you walk into essentially there's a small foyer and a hallway that leads out of that, and there's doors on either side. Right, that are there. All are closed. It's sort of like more along the lines of a like an office almost. Okay, and then this hallway, which goes down maybe about 20 feet to a wooden door. He opens that door and then just goes through. He doesn't bother to shut it or anything. That leads into a warehouse. Now this place is just jam-packed. There's crates and mounds all over the place, and bags and bolts of fabric and all kinds of just different stuff all over the place. Now he starts leading you through this maze. Now the interior of this place, for the most part, it's kind of dim, but it is lit through sunlight coming in through the windows. Okay, and there's windows that are line all of the second floor, and you can see that even though this is like a 2-story building, there's only one floor to it. Okay, it's just big and open, and he leads you through these crates and weaves in between them all. As he's starting to do that, you're starting to hear laughter and men yelling insults at each other, and then more laughter and things along these lines. And he comes around a stack of crates, and there in like a clearing in the center of this warehouse is a big round table. And around this table sits 7 guys, all in similar fashion to the guy who led you in. Some smaller, some wiry, some wearing turbans, another fez, in a myriad of different nationalities. There's Shanish there's the Armorans, there's some Brightlands, Zargosian, just a number of different guys, running the rambit of all the different nationalities that you can come into contact with in the Middle Kingdoms, and even from further afar. Like the Zargosian, he's from pretty far. And so he just marches you guys up, marches you within basically 10 feet of the table, and he just goes, "Stop here." And then they're playing cards. They're basically gambling. They're playing poker, for lack of a better word. Okay? And one guy at the table, and you're assuming that this is Hakan, because for one, this big dude walks right over to him and stands behind him. But he's also dressed where all the other guys are kind of like, they got that sailor / pirate on leave look about them, okay? But this guy, he's wearing all kinds of silk. He's got rings on all of his chubby little fingers. He's got a silk turban around his head, and he's got beads of sweat that are coming out from under it. All of his silks are kind of stained with his sweat. And as he's sitting there, he's laughing. You can see that he's basically got gold teeth and kind of a round, chubby, pushed-in kind of face. This big guard comes over and he stands behind him for a second, and they don't acknowledge you right away. So like a minute goes by, and there's one of the guys at the table finishes up a rude joke, and then they finish putting in the ante, finish a hand of poker, and then after that point, then surprisingly, Hakan wins. He laughs really loud, and he rakes in all the money, and he brings it towards him, and then he turns and he goes, "So these are them?" He goes, "Yes, these are them, Hakan." And Hakan turns and he goes, "You either have the biggest balls I've ever seen on anyone alive, or you've come to me to beg for forgiveness and plead your undying loyalty and servitude to me. I wonder which it will be." And with that, we're going to go to break.
I was going to say, Ari, do you want to take that one?
Do you want me to take that one?
Oh, who will take it? You guys can talk amongst yourselves and figure that out. All right, everybody, we're going to take a really quick break, so go ahead and get your beverage and snackage on. Go to the restroom if you have to, and we will be back momentarily. I guess I never do this. I never get the going to break stuff ready, but we'll be back. Don't go nowhere. Hello, everybody. We're back.
Hi.
They were just going through and having a great discussion about, somebody's going to
I want
talk.
to get murdered.
Yeah.
We,
Death wish.
I don't have a death wish. I have a drama wish.
Drama wish.
Indubitably.
Ever
So-
tell you I really like the show Big Brother?
Oh, I was like, I don't even know what show that is, but it clicked. I got it. Don't worry.
This is like the real thing right now. Some shit's about to go down.
Yeah. Okay, so he just got done asking you, did you do you got big balls, or did you come here to, beg for forgiveness and pledge yourself to his undying servitude?
All right. Tell him it's the balls.
I think the five of us combined have the balls big enough.
Have 2 balls.
We have 2 balls amongst all 5 of us.
I don't even know. Sorry. Okay. No.
All right, there's only 4 of us now. Shit,
Yeah,
I
there's
forgot
only
one us
4 of
died.
you.
There's only 4 of us.
But,
Can't
but
Will's not
Phoenix
really
didn't
here.
forget that. Phoenix didn't forget that Ryland's.
Okay, sorry. All right. I can guarantee you that we're not going to pledge our servitude to you.
Oh no! Did you hear that, boys? I guess we do get to kill someone today.
Are you not going to let us talk?
Well, sure, why not? You said you wanted to. I can't believe this. And he punches the really big guy. And he just reaches out and he hits him in his hip. You said they wanted to hire a boat? This is good. Please continue.
We do want to hire a boat. We need to get to an island up north,
Oh, okay. What island?
Castra.
Oh, and he gets slightly serious and curious. And why do you want to go to Castra? But wait. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm conducting business without having conducted business. Tell me, why shouldn't we kill all of you right now for what you did to my men and for hiding Syndra? Where is she?
Can
I don't know where she went. Are you kidding me?
You should know. Obviously, you were in her employ. She probably got plenty of money for all those artifacts. Yes, this I'm sure of. And she sold them all, and she's hired you. If you think you're going to come here and find me unarmed
you-
and unguarded, well, you are mistaken.
Where would we have put any of these? Why would we even be interested in any of these artifacts?
Your Arcanus, for crying out loud!
We clearly don't have the stars.
It's true.
And the one guy leans over that's playing the closest to him at the table playing poker, and he goes, "Yeah, boss, they don't have no stars." He goes, "I can see they've got no stars. It still doesn't mean they don't work for the Arcanus. I can see. Look, white, gold. That's Arcanus."
can I roll something?
Sure. What do you want to roll?
I want to roll a little investigation on Hakan, and all I want to know is, what does he really want?
You're trying to insight him. You're trying to investigate his. Yeah. We've established you can do this. Go ahead.
Alright.
Give me one of those juicy rolls where you
I
have
don't
to
think we
spend
have.
an
I
extra
don't think we
money.
have insight.
No,
No,
damn,
we've
I'm going to
we've
spend a penny
discussed-
for that one.
Okay, yeah.
we've discussed, and we allow. I will allow the investigation feat or talent skill to take the place of that if you so wish. Okay, you're going to spend a penny.
Four.
Excellent.
I am going to spend a penny because
As you should.
It's a disgusting roll.
4 is success, right?
Yeah, 4 is a success.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, 4 is a success. It's the base success. So
okay.
basically means you succeed, but it's nothing really special.
Ah,
Okay, and so you're trying to discern.
I'm
What he
trying to
wants?
figure out what he wants. Like, what is the thing that changes his mind?
Well, you know this much. You know that these guys hired Syndra, a known archaeologist, to use their map to go and excavate what turned into what everybody believes is a Celestine tomb. Now, if it was a Celestine tomb, and everybody thinks it is, you could probably think that the stuff contained within it would probably be worth quite a bit, depending on what it is. I mean, regardless of what it is, it would be worth something. And obviously, he thinks that you found something. Syndra found something really good in there because he feels that Syndra double crossed him.
Is he concerned about his men that are dead?
Well, not from what he seems. He seems. I mean, he glossed over that. It wasn't like he went, "And you killed all my poor men. Oh, Bobby was such a good man." I mean, he's not doing any of that stuff. He's he's like, "And you killed some of my men." Like he's got plenty.
I'm going to be limited help here. I'm feeling like I got nothing.
While he was sort of sussing that guy out while she's talking, I'm just, if I can, stealthily, just want to make sure I've got my club just close at hand. Not out from under my jacket, but just slip my hand under my jacket and just get it ready.
Okay, so what I will allow is I'll allow you, of course, to do a sleight of hand. But please keep in mind that we have here 9 individuals with 9 sets of eyes on you guys.
I'll just make it the fist then.
I'll get my fist ready.
Yeah.
That's not ominous at all.
But I mean, I'm looking that one guy who was like, "Yeah, boss." I'm just like kind of looking him up and down. Like I'm not picking the big guy. I'm just like,
well, they've all drawn weapons and have them in their hands, and they're not like getting up, but they drew their weapons and they're still sitting there, but they're holding on to them, waiting for the go ahead from their boss to turn you guys into pincushions.
I'm trying to make it look like if Ari told me to, I'd punch one of these guys.
Okay.
Just like.
Are you attempting to silently intimidate them? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah,
okay, so go ahead and roll me your best. I'm going to look intimidating roll.
I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Benny.
Betty. Yeah,
Yeah, Malenra gave it to Benny, so.
Benny!
Benny and the Jets. Yeah.
There it is. Okay.
Thank you, Elton.
Put that out.
Not dead, but I'm still pointing up there. Thank you,
what
Elton.
happens is the guys that are sitting at the table that are closest to you kind of like turn their chairs and scoot back.
And I kind of like.
Yeah, you can tell that they're looking kind of worried about you, but at the same time they're they're good. They're good. They're not intimidated to the point where they're gonna like run crying or anything. So
at this point, I want to look at Joplin if I can catch his eye and give him like the eyebrows, like, "You got this."
I don't know.
okay, so you guys are starting to look amongst yourselves, right?
I'm gonna step forward and take
I
control of the
got
situation.
one more idea, and it's not a good one.
Go ahead, Brian. You step forward. What are you doing?
I'm going to allow me to introduce myself. My name is Brian Longshelf, and I just run a simple bakery. My dream is to become an arcanist and, I don't know, like reach the heights of magic. But let me speak simply. I'm a baker, but also I'm a businessman. So let's talk business. We need to get to the island, but we've also killed your men. What do we need to do to fix this? And I'm going to look directly at Hakan.
Hakan, you can see that this is actually resonating in some sort of way with Hakan. And he goes, "Well, first of all, I need to know where Syndra is. Second of all, I need to know where all the crap was. Third of all, I want to know what happened to all my men that I sent up there. Fourth of all, do you know what the hell happened to Big Mike? Because I can't think of another. Oh,
I think we have an answer to all those questions, surprisingly.
I don't know.
I'm going to look one time behind me at the rest of my group, because I took just one step forward, and that's going to be their window to stop me.
Don't. I will say Barsabas.
okay. What is that?
Syndra doesn't have what you think she has. The excavation opened a tomb to a Celestine
indeed.
I know. And you've stolen from me. You took whatever was there.
Hear
You and
me.
Sindra, you're in league with, are you not?
Hear me, Hakan. There is a man who protects the wealth of that tomb. He killed your men. He didn't allow Sindra to have any bit of it. He ran her off. He's still up there.
And the men who didn't
Bart.
get run off had
Bart.
some sort of nasty bug. They were
What?
If I can, I'll show them my scar on my chest.
You'd have to take your chain shirt off to do that.
Guess not.
they were.
Spring break.
Well,
I
I got
am wearing chain. That's
I
absolutely.
got clawed across the arms by these guys. I don't know if it would have scarred up.
Who
Nasty
called
even
you
though-
across your arms? Who? Barsabas?
No, this was your men.
Who's
They
this
were
Barsabas?
turned. They were some sort of undead
Undead.
plague.
He makes like the gesture for bad luck.
protection.
Yeah.
My
Protection
point,
is real.
Hakan, is what you seek is not Sindra Greta. And it is not us. There are larger forces at work.
So there was something in this tomb. You're probably wishing to go to this other island because there's another tomb there. I am wise. I know these things.
You, sir, are a wise man. There is a tomb on this island. Your men could come with us.
They will come with you. We will come with you the entire way. And when
Yeah.
we are done on this island and making sure that whatever you find there goes to me to repay what has been stolen by Sindra, your employer, then we will go back to this tomb up north that was being excavated by this so-called archaeologist, whatever the hell that means. And we will look into this as well. Hakan is no man to be filled with. None. And I know the treasures that are held within these are valuable beyond belief.
Then we should be off.
And I'll put my hand out to shake his hand.
Ah, get that away from me. I don't shake hands. Not with the
Fuck
likes of you.
Sorry.
The thing is, we need to be there till the next full moon. We have a ritual we must complete. But everything else is there. That we find is yours to claim. But we must be there till the full moon.
Very well. Let's go and get on the ship. Well, I'm not going to, but these guys are. Okay. Come with me. And he goes and he gets up, and as he gets up, all the rest of the guys get up, and he starts waddling his way out what appears to be a back door out of the warehouse. Okay. He opens the door, goes outside, and he starts like just waddling through the streets. You know, it's definitely an easy pace to keep up with. This is a very rotund man. He does not move at a fast pace at all. And those 7 guys and the big dude from the front door are all walking. Nobody's saying nothing. They lead you down to the docks. Now, this here is the mercantile docks. So all the ships that are here are merchant vessels of one sort or another. He takes you to a larger boat, but it's essentially it's similar to. Remember the one boat that you guys saw that dropped the dinghies off and the pirates came ashore on? Okay, it's similar to that, except it's larger, but it does have the and I'm not sure what the holes are actually called where they stick out the oars. But this one, where the one that dropped the pirates off was one-masted, this is a two-masted ship. There's a gangplank there, and there's actually a bunch of like guys just kind of hanging out. There's guys hanging out on the top of the boat. There's guys down on the gangplanks and what have you. There's some guys up there smoking some chaga. You can smell it, which is essentially dope. And he leads you and he leads you up the gangplank, and it's almost as he walks by, more of these guys that were kind of like either hanging out, like there's some guys like moving a barrel. on the dock. They kind of like stop moving the barrel and they just kind of like fall in step with the other guys. And then, you go by another one where there was some guys that were getting a crane and some rope, cargo nets around some crates that are obviously going to be put onto the ship. They stop doing that and they fall in line. So by the time you walk up the gangplank and you go up onto the ship, the 7 guys that you had has now swelled into 15 of these pirates. Okay. And on board the ship, there's probably like another 10 of these pirates that are on the ship too.
I was happier with 7.
Okay, so now you guys are there, and Hakan goes, "Where the hell is the captain of the ship?" All right, chat, because I've been ignoring you.
Here we go.
What's a good pirate captain name? Anybody can put it in there. Don't be shy. Go ahead and.
Let's see.
That's Dylan.
Players can't vote, right?
Now, Dylan, you are exempt from naming NPCs.
I
as
know.
The rest of the crew, the rest of the cast.
That's why I will forever add
Loghane. Okay,
Loghane,
Loghane it is. That's the first one, and I dig on it. Thank you, Mullane. Right?
Loghane.
Loghane.
Inside joke. Is that?
Well, I mean, from Dark Souls, there's Big Hat Loghane, but I don't know if it's spelled the same. Loghane. We go with Loghane. Whatever you want to decide, DM.
Loghane.
It works.
Yeah.
Take it.
And so this skinny, wiry, 6'5", maybe 150-pound guy comes. The door to the back of the cabin, the captain's cabin, which is at the aft of the ship, comes flying open with a bang, and he comes stumbling out. He's got a bottle in one hand. He's got a cutlass at his side. He's wearing extra. He's got these leather boots. I forget what they call those with the fold down to it. He's got a stained, dirty white shirt and like what used to be an expensive coat and expensive like coat pants set. Maybe it was like some sort of velvet or some kind of material. He's got a really beat up, wide brimmed hat with like a number of feathers in it, but only one of the feathers really has enough feathers in it to be anything. The others are just kind of like, I guess, the quill part of it, And he comes to, "Oi, who's on my ship?" "Oh, Hakan." "Yes." And he comes walking over to him, takes a big long pull out of his bottle. "What do you need? Who are these people?" And they go back and forth, and Hakan tells him that these fools, you are going to take them to Castra, the island up north. You know the one. And he goes, "You talk about the haunted island?" And gosh, I see. This is what happens when you have NPCs doing dialogue between each other. They essentially have the same voice.
I heard the word haunted somewhere along the way.
Yeah. Loghane said the haunted island. What do you want them to go there for? And he says, "Well, there's a tomb," and he like explains it to you. And then after they do the back and forth and whatnot, and the captain's pissed because he's gonna have to he wants him to set sail right now. And he says, "I'm not done putting supplies on." Blah blah blah. So, long story short, in an hour, he's going to. Why? Thank you, Spicy. I appreciate that. Within an hour, you're going to leave. And the one thing is before Hakan turns and he leaves and he goes, "Oh, and Captain, I want you to make sure that everything we find there, that is for us, nothing for them. And if they get out of line, kill them all. Now, if everything goes well, when you get back with all of my treasure and my loot, then we shall consider perhaps your debt will..." "Oh, no, that's right. You still have to go up north." "I'm loving this already." "Oh, I'm so glad you came to see me. Very well. Goodbye." And he starts waddling off. Now, the 7 guys that came with him leave. So now you're left with essentially a 30-man crew of pirates that are there.
Oh, good. Not 37 anymore.
Yeah, only 30. So,
You scared of ghosts, Joplin?
No, I'm just relieved that it seems like we're going to make it there on time.
Log
I'm not
Hain, as
entirely convinced it's a good idea, though.
as Hakan leaves, Log Hain just takes another pull off of his bottle and he goes, "So, this is what's going to happen. You will stay out of my men's way. You can sleep anywhere on top of the deck or in the hold."
That sounds reasonable. Thank you for
And he
your
turns around
courtesy.
before you even finish your answer, and he goes back and he slams the door to the captain's
fuck you too.
chamber and goes inside.
Well, I'm good at waiting.
Yeah, I mean, got
To stay
time.
out of the way. We can do that. Stay out of the way.
Now, I know that the three of us don't have any magical powers that allow us to fuck up ghosts, but I mean, I heard the word haunted. Ari, do you have anything that can deal with the beyond?
Let's not cross their path.
That's a good vote of confidence. All right.
Stories are often exaggerated anyway. I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably nothing but an old legend.
Well, if we run into any ghosts, Joplin, you can speak to them, right?
See? Exactly right, Brian.
So
You're
we can just. I'm sure they're reasonable.
I find death does not make people reasonable.
Well, I believe in you. That's what
It
matters.
is the best thing for unreasonable people, but it doesn't make them reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
We'll find a way, undoubtedly.
You guys
But
always
anyways,
do.
let's well, actually, does anyone know how long it's going to take?
I was going to ask him, but then he didn't seem like he was in the mood to answer any questions.
Fucked if I know. Anyone here particularly strong with cartography?
Well,
We have a map.
let's just get down to the hold, whatever that is, and hopefully it's not more than just a couple of days. Because we only have 7, or maybe 6.
Yeah.
6 now.
6 now.
I say we should maybe go down to the hold and have a conversation out of the prying ears of the
Good
crew.
Good idea. Good idea.
She wants to say hello to everyone.
Oh,
Now go.
Buenos dias.
Quit bugging me.
No,
I'm
she
busy.
wants more.
No, she wants to get brushed, and I'll brush her later.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
Yeah, so true, man. Okay, cool. So basically, our time goes by. You guys go down and put yourselves down in the hold, I take it? Is that what
yeah.
you do?
Sure.
Now, the hold is dark, dank, and stinky as fuck.
Then
There's
I'm gonna cast the cantrip.
Refuse, there's rats down there that scurry out of your way when you come in. They're like, "Ee, ee, 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 ee."
I
Yes.
mean,
But you guys can stay down there, and there's actually a lantern that can be lit. It's hanging on one of the posts in there. So
Good. Good.
Light the
So-
lantern.
Can I cast a couple of cantrips? The clean, dirty ones, so I can clean up just like anything.
Sure.
That's...
Sure, I'll let you be able to. You find a nice little nook and you clear it out for you guys.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so after was there something else you were going to do with that, or?
There's just another one that I'm looking for. Sorry.
Okay. But then the hour passes and the ship lurches, and you feel that it is starting to get towed out into the harbor. And then not long after that, there's now this boat. When you went down, there was 2 levels to it. There's the first level beneath the below deck, where all the guys who do the rowing are at. So essentially, what ends up happening is you've got 20 of the 30-man crew come down, and you hear them like walking around up there, and as all the bumping and banging as they put out the oars after they're towed out, and they're rowing out into the deeper waters and then they're going to unfurl the sails. So they unfurl the sails, and then you guys start picking up speed and going along. Now, if you guys don't go back upstairs, this entire sail to get over to this Castra Island takes essentially about 6 hours.
Oh, no problem.
So not very long at all. Okay, because essentially all you're doing is, well, probably more like 8 hours. You're essentially just sailing around Zeta Island and then just a little bit north of it until you come in sight of this Castra Island. And essentially how you're notified of this, as you guys are sitting around down in the hold, one of the pirates comes down and goes, "Oi! Castra ahead!" And then he goes back up.
We should probably have a conversation before we go out on this island.
Yeah, but we're like 6 days early.
Gonna be a lot of digging.
We told them.
He wants us to find some artifacts that you guys.
Hey,
They said there were ruins on this island.
I didn't promise them anything.
Artifacts.
Yeah, no.
Now, there's a chance that there will be something here, and I think that's why we need to talk. I mean, if we're not going to fight them over any of this stuff, are we? We're not trying to
They're
start
not
it.
going to find anything, probably.
And then what's gonna happen when they don't find anything?
That's not our problem.
Not our problem. Our goal is to be there under the full moon. If they do find stuff, great. If they don't, well, and they take it, or if we do find things and they take it, well, we weren't here to take things anyways.
And I mean, maybe I'm being too excitable, but I mean, we're about to drink a potion under the full moon. Maybe we'll have like
Perfect
super magic
segue.
powers.
Perfect segue. Who took the bottle?
I assumed it was Joplin, but I don't know. It was the three of us in the room at the end.
I can grab it. I'll have to do a little rearranging of my pack because I'm right at that.
Or did
Then
none of us grab it?
Then
No,
I
I'm not that much of a dick.
then
Well, look, we got
Then-
plenty of time to go back and get it. Oh, sorry, guys.
you guys would have probably
Yeah.
had your traditional
Got the bottle.
committee where you all would have stood around and going, "Well, who's taking the bottle? Are you taking the bottle? Are you taking the bottle? I don't think I should have to take the bottle. I'm not good with bottles. You're good with bottles, Joplin. You are good with bottles."
I'll drop the crowbar and pick up the bottle.
I
Okay.
always just assume that you're group treasurer of items and overflow. of
That's
cash.
why you're encumbered, man.
I did.
Like what?
You had the letter, and
I had
from
everything.
That's
from
true.
now until forever, I will assume you have everything.
He's the items guy.
He
Yeah.
is the items guy for
So,
sure.
magic bottle.
Sticky fingers.
Mhm, mhm.
Unless, of course, you're over encumbered, in which case I will carry it for you.
Yeah.
Like I
He'll
said,
like pick it up and then like almost drop it, and then Phoenix.
I'll grab it.
Oh!
Put it in my pack.
Okay, so now that's
But
established.
if we need a crowbar, you're really going to regret all this.
If we need a crowbar, then I'll use my fists.
Ah.
Yeah, because
clever.
that's the same.
He
Okay.
genuinely believes that it is.
Okay, all right, that's good to know. Good to know. Okay, so are you guys going up to the top now? Or do you still-
Absolutely.
Okay, so you guys go up top, and as you get up to the top, the captain is standing on the foredeck, and he's doing one of these, looking sort of thing. Actually, no, he's doing one of these. And when you guys come up, one of the pirates yell, "What was it? Cargo aboard!" And then the captain turns around and goes, "Oh, hello there. Come, here be Castra." and he points it out to you, and it's an extremely rocky island in the distance. It's not super small, like you got to squint or anything like that. They've made enough time before they came down to get you, but it is still in the distance quite a bit. And like I say, there's all kinds of rock formations that are jutting up out of the water and what have you, and the island itself seems extremely rocky, and there's definitely a low level mist that seems to surround the island, not like it to the point where it obscures anything, but it hazes it out, giving it that slightly ominous, there could be something dangerous on this island kind of haze.
Could be ghosts.
Yeah. And so Loghane turns to you guys and goes, "We're only going to be able to get so close to the island. Then you'll have to take the dinghies ashore. I'll be sending a full complement of my crew with you. What do you need me to have them take?" You said that Hakan said something about there's some kind of buried treasure on here, so I'm assuming shovels.
And by the looks of the rocky ground, maybe some picks and axes too.
Yeah, we have those as well, of course. We're
we'll be
pirates. We're always
staying-
getting into buried treasure one way or another. It's a thing for us.
We'll need to make camp on the island for a few days. Either that or we spend our nights on the ship. But
Yes, I heard that too. You need to be here for the full moon, so we're going to have to be anchored for a full 6 days here, obviously. Well, that gives you plenty of time to dig up whatever you need to dig up. And make sure to have to tell my men when you've discovered whatever the hell this is you're supposed to have discovered, and they'll come and they'll grab me, and then I'll come ashore. Till then, I'm staying on my ship.
all right.
And then
Well,
he turns and he leaves, and he does again. This guy's got something, some kind of beef with doors, because he doesn't open them regularly. He's like, slam! Walks in, slam! And he seemed rather amiable compared to when you first met him, when you guys came aboard.
that guy's affecting the Azure Brotherhood's bottom line just in the hinge budget alone.
Oh,
And
dude,
door jams.
They've
in general.
talked to him many times about it. It's like he's run through his allotment of money for hinges like twice already. They've deducted it out of his pay. Okay, so the ship sails a little while longer, and then basically what ends up happening is as they start getting into the rocky parts, they start sailing past large rock formations that are jutting out of the water. They bring down the sails and they go back to the row power because it's easier for them to be able to kind of control the ship and these tight passageways. And he gets, pretty close to the shore, but where he's at, there's still rocks all over the place. And then they drop anchor. They prepare 2 dinghies. Now, these dinghies are kind of big. They're sort of the size of I don't know if anybody here has seen Moby Dick, but they, the whaling boats that they would drop, and then the guys would roll with the oars, and the guy with the harpoon would be at the front. So they're a little bit on the larger side. They're not like a rowboat.
All I know is it's good to have a big dinghy.
Yeah, I've heard that. Once, maybe twice. But
Thank you. 2 shows tonight. I'll be here all week.
that's right. Try the veal. It's delicious. So they lower the boats down, and then they fill them full of supplies. And after they've got all the supplies in there, then there's going to essentially there'll be you 4 guys and 2 pirates in your boat, okay, and 8 pirates in another boat. And you guys start. The pirates are basically doing the rowing. There's enough to row for 4 people per boat to do the rowing. So the 2 pirates that are with you guys, 2 of those guys grab oars. Are any of you guys going to grab oars as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else?
course,
And as I grab the oar, I look around and I see that only Brian's grabbed one. I'm like,
I'll grab one. No big deal.
Brian, you're gonna grab the other. You're on mute,
I will.
Brian. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
no?
thought you were. No, you're not. I can hear you now. Okay. So Brian and Phoenix, which makes sense. You guys grab the other 2 oars and you start rowing towards shore. Now, the closer you start getting towards shore, these rocks and the rock formations start getting thicker. But they're not so thick that these boats can't navigate their way through it. But you start getting into this mist, and it's clammy. And it's cold. Now, don't forget, when this is taking place, it's essentially the winter time here. But Zada Island's in the South Mavi Sea, southern part of the Mavi Sea, and so this is more of a. So think around in our world, it would be around Greece and Turkey as far as the climate. Okay. So you're thinking around the Mediterranean area like that. So even though it doesn't get like snowy and blizzardy and stuff, it's kind of chilly, and especially after dark, you can definitely get chilly, or if there's any kind of rain. Now, when you guys were sailing up here, there was no storm clouds or anything along these lines, and even when you the ship, the big ship that you had come and gotten close in with. Even when you were doing that, skies were nice and clear. But as you start entering, right, like moments before you start entering into the fog that is enshrouding this island, you do see off in the distance
King Kong.
Damn it!
You beat him to it again.
You did. What the hell, man? No, I changed it. It's Godzilla. You see dark clouds on the horizon seem to be billowing their way towards you from out of the east. Okay. You make it through this this fog and this rocky formations, and as you are getting closer, like I said, this island itself is rocky. So most of the places, they're cliff. And it's like, well, you're not seeing, there's not like really beaches or anything. So you guys actually spend some time rowing around the island looking for a place to put ashore. And eventually you find a gravel beach, which is part gravel and part rock. And essentially what it is like a section of the cliff face that had eroded and fallen down into the water. And it is what it's produced is sort of like a natural, it's not so much a stair, it's definitely going to be a climb, but it's an easy climb. It's not like, it's definitely at a good angle, it's a good slope. So what ends up happening is these pirates pull up these boats next to as close as they can get it towards these piles of rocks. And then they end up tying these dinghies off onto these rocks. Okay. And they start climbing out and getting these packs on with all these provisions and shovels and picks and different things that you were saying that you were going to need. And the pirates, they get out of the boat and they're standing around the rocks and they got their packs on and they're all just looking at you guys.
Right. Just a second. We'll be right back. Hey, guys.
Right back? Where are you going? You're right there. I mean, you're going to go walk out into the water a little bit?
We're just gonna we're just gonna huddle away back in the. Hey guys, what are we gonna fucking do?
We need to go up. We'll get to a
Right.
better location. Look
Absolutely.
around,
Yeah.
Onward.
survey the area.
I'll start climbing up the hill.
Start climbing up the rocks?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and I want each one of you to give me an athletics roll.
I'll catch
Uh,
you.
All right, Brian.
That's gonna be a Benny, and
Brian, go ahead and roll a new character.
yeah, Benny, that one. That's a Snake Eyes for me, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna Benny that one.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Roll.
That's
Yes,
a good
for the
call.
chat, he got 2.
I'm
One.
gonna go with Benny as well.
There we go. A lot better.
Yeah, Brian's not a problem. Joplin, you got a 4. You're up there, no problem. Oh, Ari, you gonna spend another one? That's 2 fails.
Oh,
Hang on a second. Let me look at my. I think I've got 15. Yeah, I'm gonna use another one.
You got one more from today, and I think do you still have your 2 perpetual bennies, or have you
Yeah.
spent those? I don't think you've
Nope.
spent them. Okay, so you've got 3, 2 being the perpetual bennies, the nice ones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're like a cat.
Jump it.
Yeah,
Jump it.
you bound up there. You actually, what it is that you find as these guys are clambering over these rocks, making their way up, you actually find what seems to be a path that
Okay.
was maintained, and actually, it's almost as if they put a stair in. Now you could tell everybody else what you found. Or you could just keep hauling ass and go right all the way up.
I mean, they'll notice that I'm.
Yeah,
Does-
they'll eventually notice, but then they'll also notice that you didn't say anything either. I mean, it all plays into who you are. I mean, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I would just go up. I wouldn't turn around. I would just find the stair.
Okay, so you hear some of the pirates grumbling and stuff about, oh, man, the stairs. Oh, let's just take these. Oh, it's just, you know, maybe somebody says something about you not saying anything, but it's, yeah, accusatory, but that's about it. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Yeah, screw them.
I just want to make
That's what I'm talking about,
They
man.
all made
Yes.
it, so I'm not worried for them.
I just want to make a notice roll to see if I know. Okay, so it takes me a while, I think, I'm guessing, to notice that she.
Actually,
I'd
what
make
it
the roll
is
just to
you're
see how
about
long.
halfway up before you notice that everybody has shifted to one side and seem to be outpacing you. So eventually you fall in and you're the last one in line as it goes up. Okay. So now you follow these stairs, essentially, that have been built into this here, and it leads you up through this rubble and rock-strewn crevice that is fallen into the ocean here, and you get up onto like it's sort of like a plateau. I'm not sure if anybody has seen pictures of, say, like some of the coastlines in England and Ireland where it's a cliff face, and then when you get to the top, it's kind of like almost like a plateau. Right?
Right.
Now you get up onto this, and it is covered in like it's not the like vibrant green grass of, say, like a Scotland or an Ireland or something like that. It is full of like shrub and dry grasses with patches of bushes and different things along these lines. But I mean, it's not dry as in dead. It's just as in it's not really vibrant in its colors. And you notice as you guys are getting up there, you see several rabbits kind of like scurry off and then like get into some holes. In the distance, this plateau, while it's not a complete shelf, it kind of rolls. You see like hills, kind of up and down. So, and in the distance, there is definitely an outcropping of rock, like a small mountain. And as you're looking at that, it too seems to be now kind of shrouded in this mist fog that was you saw all around the perimeter. Where you're standing on top of the island right now, there is none of that. Looking into the distance, into the east, you see that those clouds are making some decent progress towards the island, though.
Hmm.
And all the pirates are just standing there, looking at you.
Does anyone get a good sense of where we need to go here?
I'm thinking it's that mountain over there.
We were just supposed to be here, or supposed to climb to the highest peak?
I
Need to
don't think
get
he
to
told
some
us where the throne was, but
Nope.
that's what we need to find.
He didn't. And what he said was actually the seat of the throne.
Yeah, the seat of the
Seat
throne
of the
is what I
throne.
wrote down.
Which is even more vague.
The ruin of a city.
In the ruin of a city. Yep. Now, does anybody have survival?
Doubt it.
Survival. Do I have survival? Let's
I
see.
don't know.
Oh, I do.
I do.
Excellent. Good job, gentlemen. See, you learn something new about your characters every day.
I don't think I've ever rolled this.
That makes
Yep.
sense.
You're about
guess-
to.
roll it.
Yep, both
I'm
of
a
you.
city kid.
Okay,
Okay.
Joplin,
we-
you've got a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Team up.
I'm good at 5.
Well die.
Okay. So basically, what you're able to discern is that there is a path because you came up these steps and you're out onto this scrub brush and grass that is up on top of this island, but you notice that there's a path that meanders up and through these grasslands here. Now, with both of your rolls, you know at least this much. For a path to maintain itself, it has to be used. Otherwise, it would be overgrown. So that's all I'll tell you about that. There you go.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Wouldn't worry about what.
Nothing. Let's follow that path.
Yeah, it seems like a good idea.
Well, you guys know what you're doing, don't you?
We're
Yeah, of
following
course we
the
do.
path.
We're following the path. He's
What do
just
you?
said.
I have to say, you're looking awful a bit confused. It's one of the pirates. It's essentially the guy who's basically of the 10 that came with you has been bossing the other guys around. So
Wow.
he's a very average pirate in his looks. It's really hard to tell whatever nationality he is because of the simple fact that he is sunburned and windburned from being out on the sea so much. But he doesn't have a hat on, but he does have he has a kerchief tied around his head. Aside from that, typical pirate got a cutlass at his side and a dirk stuck through a belt. He's dressed more Western in appearance.
Listen, we'll tell you once we know what to do, but we're exploring. We'll let you know once we know where we're going.
So you don't know where you're going?
Of course not. We've never been here before.
Well, I hope you find something good. Otherwise, I'm afraid it's gonna be your funeral.
Okay.
Thanks.
And he doesn't say it to being menacingly. He seems to be generally tickled by the idea that you don't know what the hell you're doing and you might die because of it.
All right, Trail.
Put us such a bad light on things. I'm sure it's not that bad.
Of course not. I always over dramatize everything. You know me.
Hey, Joplin, you said something about I'm sure it's not that big of a deal or it's not that bad. What were you getting at there?
No, nothing. Everything will be fine. Let's.
Well, just to keep our wits about us, I'd say.
All right, that's all I need to know.
Yeah,
All right.
that's nice. And I just look at Joplin. Obviously, he doesn't want to mention it, so. But I know. But I won't mention anything.
Maybe just give Arya a heads up as well, and I'll move along, and I'll kind of keep separate from these guys, kind of with the pirates. I'll let them lead the pack, but I'll just keep an eye on those guys, sort of, so we're flanking them to some degree, not in a menacing way, just so that we're not all concentrated in one spot.
Sure.
Okay.
Following this path. So
Okay, you guys start following the path and you're walking and you're walking. There comes times where you dip down, and as you dip down, you lose sight of some of the area around you until you come up and you crest another hill, and then you come down and you go up. And as you start to, you're making time towards this, and you're right, this path is leading you closer and closer to the mountain at the small mountain at the center of this island, and that storm's coming closer and closer. Both of you have survival. Go ahead and give me a roll again on the survival.
Survival roll.
Come on. Ooh.
Nothing.
Okay,
I mean,
excellent. So you guys just keep trugging along, and as you come to the crest of this one hill, you notice some dark spots. And give me notice rolls. All four of you give me a notice roll. I want
dark
to see.
spot.
I want to see how much you notice.
Hey.
Excellent. Okay, so Phoenix is going to see it.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely.
Whoa.
Ari definitely sees it.
Nothing.
Brian, you're a little bit preoccupied
Too
with
preoccupied
whatever
with the
you're
storm.
Yeah,
Brian.
exactly. Everybody else notices. So essentially, you start seeing like the brush and the clumps of bushes start to become a little bit thicker and more clumps of them. It's not like they're turning into like a small shrub forest or anything, but as you started, there was like one or two that would be kind of clumped together, and then it's growing to like 3 or 4, and you're coming upon more of them. And as you came to the crest of this one hill, you see the movement of and these boars are going to, like, they move from one clump of bushes and run really quick, and they go and get over to another clump of bushes. Now you guys keep walking. You get a little bit further, and you notice some more boars. They're over on the other sides of you, and you see, again, they're kind of like, it's almost as if they're trying to stay out of your direct sight, and you're definitely starting to get the opinion that they're following you. And the 2 become 4, become 6, become 8, become 10.
We all seeing this? Being hunted by pigs?
Well, no. It's supposed to be the other way around. We hunt the pigs, and then we eat the pigs, and the pigs taste good.
They,
Gathering.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Become 15.
We could just pick one off, and they should probably
I-
scatter. You want to do that?
Think we missed our chance.
Okay.
I mean,
As you guys go into one of the depressions in between the hills, okay, and you start to make your way up the other side of this, because it's sort of like a bowl. Before you get to the top where the crest is, another boar comes walking directly forward into your path and looks down. It is a very big boar. It is as tall and as long as a Great Dane, and but hella thicker, hella bigger. And it's got 6 of these tusks that are coming out, and extremely large and vicious looking. And it paws at the ground, it snorts. But that's not the most eerie thing of it. Is it has red eyes.
Phoenix.
And it's looking right down at you guys. And at that time, because you went down into this bowl, this depression, along the top edges of this bowl, more of these boars start coming up, and they're lining around you guys, and they're.
I don't think we can talk our way out of this one.
Well, we're not supposed to. We're supposed to be higher on the food chain.
Yeah, I think we're outnumbered.
we're an island. Things change on islands.
I am a rock. I am an island.
There's a lot of flies out here. There's probably some big flies. You might even call them the Lord of the Flies.
Yeah, that's
But
the vibe I was getting as well.
thank you very much. I'll be here all week. All
It was a
right.
long trip to get to a bad fall.
Yeah, it was. It was. I want you guys to go ahead, talk amongst yourselves for a moment. And give me a
That
moment.
means we're about to get killed by pigs.
Yeah, no.
Classic
Okay.
board combat.
Maybe.
Figuring out how to deal the cards right now.
I mean, at least we have weapons this time, you know what I mean? And
Yeah, yeah,
And I-
also, they're not human, so.
yeah. I just basically, entertain the people because I neglected this particular map.
I have a feeling we're about to fight Piglet.
From 100 Acre Wood?
Yeah.
Why
We're in the, oh my god, we're in the 100 Acre Wood.
Yeah, no.
We're in Kestra, is that right? That sounds pretty cool. I'm pretty sure a kestrel is an actual bird. I think a kestrel.
Yeah, but this is Castra.
Castra. With a
Castra.
C?
Yep,
I
it's still spelled with a C.
that first.
Castrol is also an oil.
Well, yeah, Castrol.
Yeah. No, but this is Castra. Think
Oh.
of cash like money. Ruh.
Well, looking at what a
Castra.
kestrel
Hold on.
is, it's like a very tiny baby falcon, apparently.
Yeah,
Looks like-
yeah. Cashtra. Castra.
Whoa. Got a lot of
There you go.
We got company.
That you do.
There are some lines that I want in D&D or like in life in general. I always want to say. One of them is "We got company."
We've got company. I know,
That's-
right?
That's always a good one. And then
Wouldn't it
another
be
one,
great if you could organically say that and mean it at some point? I mean, it would be a bad situation, but like,
Yeah,
They're
you
always so
die
confident when they
moments
say-
later.
no, because they're always so confident when they say it in movies. Like, we got company.
we got
Like, they're saying it because they're like, let's take them on. We got this company. We're gonna kill the company.
we're gonna kill the company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. Once or twice. Okay, that should be good enough.
Oh,
There. And then let's just get these guys here.
all 30, 40.
Oh, another line I want to say during this campaign is, "Look behind you, slowly." That has to be a good one.
no.
Turn,
Yes.
turn
Ari
around.
goes around as fast as you can.
It's like,
Yeah.
what is it?
We need to have those moments in battle that like never make sense, like in the reality of what battle is like, but where two people are just having a conversation in the middle of like a war zone where they're surrounded by people just slicing and dicing, and they're like actually having like a heartfelt conversation because the story demands it. We need to have one of those. It's
That matter of fact, what's happening right now?
yeah,
They're talking to the boars.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm not feeling very heartfelt toward these guys who just said that we're going to pay them back with whatever artifact
Also,
we may find on this island.
yeah, well, we may
Oh,
find.
I like what
didn't know
Royal
that was
Onion said.
obligation.
That's really cool. He says, "We got company." Sounds like a band of mercenaries.
We've
Yeah.
got
We've got.
I like
the
that.
we've got company. That
We have been looking for a name.
Hmm.
I was just thinking.
Actively.
I was thinking our name was probably just going to end up being the bad idea.
Or it could
I
be
think
we
both
got
of those are very applicable.
we got trouble. That's always good.
No.
Oh yeah, we've got trouble.
Hmm
3 of the 4 people aren't trouble in this group.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's.
I'm not
see
even sure
here.
which 3 you're referring to.
That's
Obviously,
up for
yeah.
interpretation.
Uh-huh. Okay.
There's a lot-
My
mhm.
last
Yeah.
one. Here we go.
How many pirates are with us, by the way? All 30?
No,
10.
no,
Oh,
10 of them.
10.
10 of them came aboard with you.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we got 14 versus who knows how many.
Here we go.
How quickly do you think the pigs are going to kill these pirates?
As fast as we let them.
Hopefully, well,
We could just run
not
off.
that Brian would say it, but if they do, then we have no one to like take stuff from us if we do find stuff. But
Except for we've got 20 more pirates on the ship.
people die.
Somebody's got a row.
I feel like right now I'm that scene in Step Brothers where they're like, "There's so much room for activities." Right now, I'm just like, "There's so much room for metagaming."
Yeah.
Okay.
We can plan this whole conflict before he even tells us what it is.
Allow me to now show. What you
Ooh,
got
map.
there.
We got
So,
maps.
Yep, you got
Oh
maps.
my god, there's a ring of pigs.
No.
Why are they around us for?
Well, they're in the
I don't know.
bowl.
Maybe you should ask him. Here, let me. Now I've got to.
Where's the
go
big
to
big Kahuna?
Big Kahuna?
Is that
Where's
not the
Big
one that's in
Kahuna?
front of us?
Big Kahuna. That's the Hawaiian burger joint. Okay, let me.
You sell that at Arby's now. It's like a deep fried chicken thing, like fillet, and then the roast beef on top of it. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks crazy.
It does
Arby's.
sound crazy.
Arby's.
They still have Arby's? What's
Yeah, they
happening?
still
Around
have
here,
Arby's.
I never liked Arby's, but then my neighbor
Hold on.
convinced me, hey, let's just stop by, and
Oh,
there
I
we
can
go.
see it
you're
right
doing
there.
pretty well. Who's that?
Uh-oh. What?
I gotta move
Okay.
this if it can stop.
Isn't that Ryland's character?
No.
No, that was me. I dragged myself in
I thought I did too.
advance.
Oh, I
Boom.
see Joplin now, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Malcolm.
Here, let me
I
do
don't
this.
know what anyone looks like other than me because I'm a girl.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
I'm not.
Welcome to the magic of trying to get things on a grid. This is the
This-
joy of Roll20. It's like,
This is me. Well, this is me trying to make sure that I get it to a point where everybody at home that's watching this can see it. Okay, there we go.
oh yeah, this is. I
I,
just looked
Wait,
at the
where's
Twitch.
Keanu Reeves? I don't see Keanu anywhere.
yeah, my
He's-
token
he's-
isn't coming out.
Oh.
Well, why not, man?
Are you dragging the
I don't
name or the picture?
I'm dragging the name.
Oh,
Try dragging the picture then onto the board.
Hold on, I got you.
Yeah, it's just not doing it for me.
Do you have a default icon
Oh,
thing, Bob?
interesting. Yeah, it's not doing it for me either.
I don't know what's happening.
I mean, does he have a default icon for his character?
I do have I have an avatar.
no. Right.
Avatar is different from default icon.
Okay, well, let me hear.
Hit edit, and then you should be able to see it.
Yeah,
It doesn't-
it's not doing it. I wonder what happened to it. I wonder if it disappeared. Oh, well, that's not good.
You probably moved the file again, right?
You know, that's totally well. No, because you upload these, so it should
Yeah.
automatically.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. So here, I can fix that. Not a problem. I just got to come back here, and let's find.
There's 11 pirates with us.
Where's reconnect?
I don't see him, so we're gonna give you a different one
What?
here.
What do you guys think? Do you think we're gonna fight all of these boars?
No, let me
Yeah.
jump out of Roll20 and jump back in.
Yeah.
Well,
I
it's
don't-
acting
not-
as if that one got deleted, so I'm just gonna give you for a temporary one.
Okay.
So, and it is Ryland's old one.
Oh, I thought
It really.
I am
Okay, so you can go ahead and grab your token and drop it in there now. It'll just
It-
be.
It really is a haunted island.
Oh, yeah.
Could look through your gallery, can't you?
Yeah, I didn't see it. That's what I just did. So I must have deleted it on accident.
That
Because it-
makes sense.
Yeah, because it's not in here with all the other
Other ones.
token pictures. I have it on my computer. I just don't want to go through the whole thing of loading it up and all that. So we're just going to use that picture there. That token.
Fair enough.
Yep. So
Melinray says, "Kill the leader, and the rest shall scatter."
Well,
I'm looking forward to fighting that thing. So I mean,
I mean, we haven't seen it yet. It might be like 4 squares, maybe 9 squares big. That'd be pretty cool. So, are these Princess Mononoke
you
boars
should
with
be
like
able
the
to move it.
leeches coming out of their faces?
oh,
Pretty awesome.
You should be able to move that token now, there, Tony. If you want to try and grab it and move it around.
there.
I'll make some
Nope.
room there.
Yep, that guy.
This guy's mine.
Yep, there you go. Okay, so there you guys are, and here are the boars. They're all like,
Stay close to these guys.
let's see here.
all
That's
right.
what I want right
I
there.
guess-
Oh, look, I got to clear that out.
Bad guy.
Remove all. Clear. Let's
Oh, good.
let's
I thought that was
shuffle.
my card.
Recall. Recall all.
Do we know if the grid is accurate as far as distance?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. Okay, so deal. 1.
Mm-hmm.
All players.
Pork chops are like my favorite dinner thing, I think.
I haven't eaten a pork chop in like 2 years.
Like a
bacon
A salted
Ugh.
pork chop, you know, like that crust moist on the inside.
I can't relate to you, Jonathan.
I mean, I haven't had one either. I think it has been over a year since I've had a pork chop, I think. Put that on the list.
Why is it not
Next time you're at the grocery store.
deal?
Yeah, I was there today, actually.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, well, then
I
it's
gotta
going to
put
be
you all
another
in
year
again
before you
first.
go have a hot pork chop.
I guess so. I've never had boars, though. I mean, to speak of like atypical meats, I've never had actual boar. I hear it's
I
like,
would-
I assume it's gamey.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's probably pretty gamey.
Yeah. You know, my brother-in-law hunts, and his family like eats venison and whatever, and like that was pretty tasty.
Oh, it
But,
did it that there again. Why is it not doing it the way again? Here, hold on.
I'm a vegetarian, so I haven't eaten.
Oh, well,
Me too.
that explains the pork chop thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been a vegetarian for like 15 years, so I'm.
Holy mother of pearl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you guys go
Are
ahead.
you guys joshing me right now, or are you guys actual vegetarian?
You guys got to go ahead
For
and
real.
add yourself into the thing. I don't know how. Oh, that's why I didn't want to do that. My mistake. Hold on a second. My mistake. I messed up.
How
Okay.
dare
What's up?
you?
I know, right? Because I can't deal them because you guys aren't over in the turn order. I had to put you in there. That's my mistake.
I believe in you.
I did have a black bean burger at an airport once. That was pretty good.
They
That
are.
does sound good.
They're
Mhm.
pretty delightful. Black bean burger, man.
Yeah.
That-
And then I heard like portobello mushrooms can like a portobello mushroom burger is pretty good as well. But I've never
I'm
had.
not
Can
the
be.
biggest fan of mushroom burgers. But I'm not a fan of the texture of mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. It's like edible dirt, you know, because it does taste. People say it tastes like dirt, but I'm like, yeah, but it's tasty dirt, you know. Mushrooms are great.
Tasty dirt.
I had a carne asada burrito before I got here, and I loved it. You know why? Because meat tastes like murder, and murder tastes damn good.
Yeah, murder to the environment. Come on.
Well, like, why are you guys vegetarians? Are you guys vegetarians because like you don't want to hurt animals, or because of environmental stuff, or because like it costs a lot, or because it's a psychology
Let's not
thing?
do that again.
Mine-
If you've been a vegetarian for long enough, it kind of ends up being all the reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm not the type of vegetarian who gives a fuck what you eat. I mean, eat what you want.
Isn't it like super expensive though? To be
That's right.
Like it's
No.
super expensive, ain't it? You have to like buy all the specialty items.
No.
It can be. It can be if you want to eat.
There it
like,
goes. Okay, I
like
finally got it. Sorry about
stimulation
that.
meat.
And it helps if I now I got to remember to. I always want to leave you guys in there and then just make the changes on it. By card suit. There we go. Okay, so Brian, you're the first one that's going to be able to do anything here.
Hey, look at that. I'd say
let me
let's.
move
I'm
this.
going to tell everyone to group together. Absolutely. And I'm just going to like back up into the just get tighter into the group, and then if I can,
What do you think?
I don't know what we do, but like ready in action. If I can do that, like just attack the next boar that comes in comes in range as I draw out my spear.
Yeah, you can pretty much do that.
Fantastic. And I'm just telling everyone to like like group together.
So we're
Okay,
easier to hit.
pretty much.
So
Okay.
we can't get ganged up on and not surrounded on all sides.
Well, you pretty much are already, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, Phoenix.
I would say-
Mechanically.
Yes.
All right. This is a rocky island. I'm assuming there's a rock somewhere on the ground I can grab. I mean, I know I've tried this before, but
hmm
is there one nearby that I can see that I can pick up that might be throwable?
Do you want a sling where you can?
I just know
The
that.
strength of his arm.
Sure.
You know what?
There's a rock there. You can pick one up. Not a problem.
Okay, I'm gonna try and fling one at this the leader.
Yeah,
of
the
pack
leader.
here.
He's up north. I apologize to everybody because
Is this
of
one correct?
He's the one at the top there.
Let me
Okay,
try it.
that's
I can
right. That's
pull it
what I
out a little
thought.
bit more, but it kind of goes to the. I know
What
what I
is?
need to do. Here, I got it. Hold on a second. I'm going to fix some of that. But if I need to put these on two different, yeah, because then the roll's going to move to, and to see the roll. All right, we're going to have to tell you guys what we roll so I can get this onto the, I'll have that fixed for next time. So, this way it's just easy. I want you guys at home to be able to see more of the gruesome fun there. Okay, cool. You're not going to see the rolls. We'll have to call them out to you guys. So, okay, cool. All right. So, you pick up your rock. You're holding on to it. So you're basically are you gonna chuck it now, or what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and peg the leader as much. I want to try and provoke it to draw it out.
Okay. Okay.
The Canadian is showing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Draw
So
it out, eh?
the leader's
Alright.
that's the leader right there, man. It's the very top north there.
All right, so I'm gonna just step up, maybe to here,
Uh-huh.
and try and draw it in, but I'll just chuck it
Okay.
at its face. So
Yeah.
athletics is
Throwing is under athletics now. Yes.
Okay, cool.
You hit it. Go ahead and
Nice.
roll me 1d2. And then you can add your well, no, this is a cast item, but it's a thrown item. You add your strength to that.
What am I rolling here?
I think you do.
A 1d2?
1d2. Do you know how to do that in Roll20?
No, I don't actually.
Roll / space 1d2.
Or slash
No.
R.
R.
Yeah,
slash
R.
R. I'm sorry. What did I say?
Roll.
Did I say slash roll? Yeah, my bad.
No, slash roll works too. This is
Wait, yeah.
abbreviation.
Yep.
So roll /
Yeah, let
No.
me just double check here.
Slash R.
Ranged weapons. Yeah. And I'm going to let you add your strength into that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because, most of them you do get to add your strength to it. And this would be essentially the same type of deal with that. So,
So should I roll just the D2 to start?
no, you're doing your yeah, because, you know what?
Or I roll strength?
Hold on. You did not hit it. I'm sorry. I forgot to check its parry. I was just automatically going to hit.
Yeah, parry's higher than 4.
Sorry, guys. I'm just getting a little bit sidetracked with being completely unprepared with my map.
I love
apologize.
combats. Combats are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you chuck the rock over there, and it goes, and it moves, and comes back. Its claw on the
Juke,
ground. Yeah.
Juke.
He basically,
Alright.
yeah.
I'm just making myself look as big as possible.
You
Yeah.
are, sir. Okay. Ari, it is definitely your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my longsword that I have. And
Well,
I,
actually, I just want to say something to somebody who's watching. Actually, parry is just a. Did I say parry? Yeah,
You said
it is-
parry.
It is parry. Parry is just the generic term of essentially like
Armor class.
Yeah, armor class, the defense of the animal to get out of the way, that sort of thing. It's just a Savage Worlds term for
They're
that. So-
fencing pigs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, what it did, it just shook its head and it like knocked the rock aside
Yeah.
with its tongue.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to pull out my longsword that I have, and I
Okay.
want to stealthily cast smite on it, so the pirates
Stealthily?
don't. Yeah,
Okay.
stealthily, so the pirates don't see. Essentially,
Okay. Magic does require mumbo jumbo and hand gestures and what have you. So what I'm going to do is we're going to increase the difficulty of this spell. It's normally for you to cast smite is normally what -1.
yeah, I think so. Let me look
It'll be a
again.
-3.
Ooh.
Okay.
Or you can take the time and roll a stealth roll.
I
Your
would
choice.
rather take the time.
Okay. All right.
So spell casting and stealth just to see if it's successful.
So
Or stealth.
basically what'll happen is that you need to it'll take the round to
right?
cast it. So you're casting it for this round. I need you to roll me the stealth roll now.
Okay. So an 11.
Actually, yeah, that's good. So actually, you'll be able to stealthily do the casting onto the sword, but it takes this round. You will do nothing else. You'll
Right.
have it on the sword next round. Now, of course, that's provided none of these boars do anything to you. Okay, all right. So there's Ari, Joplin. Isn't that funny? You guys all get to go before the boars, or the pirates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a
Unusual.
little bit of movement.
Okay.
Try to come out here.
Oh, okay, that's smart. Get out in the open.
Don't you criticize my strategy.
Not a problem, man. Not a problem.
And
And
wanna
by
take
the
a-
way, for those who didn't see because the rolls are not up, she rolled. She got a raise. She rolled an 11 on her stealth to stealthily cast that spell.
Yeah, and I guess I didn't. For spellcasting, I got an 8 as well.
Yeah,
so.
and she raised on that as well. So
So sorry. Previously it was 5 rounds without a raise. How many rounds with a raise? I don't recall.
it goes up. It goes up 1, doesn't it? You'll have to check your spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll look.
yeah, and then let me know if it's more than that 1 round. But I could be wrong. Okay.
Are you going to allow me to pull and fire my crossbow in 1 round?
Yeah, because I'm assuming that you've pretty much had it at the ready.
Okay.
Well, you're not going to walk around with it cocked, though. That's the thing. But here is the other thing. Now, granted, I was taking my DM liberty and describing the situation as it was unfolding before you. But you had plenty of time to get your crossbow ready because you guys were kind of like moving along, and the boars were just starting to show up. So that's definitely enough time ahead of time that I'm pretty sure you would have got it out and cocked it because you were like, shit's going to go down.
Well, and nobody's shot this pig yet, right?
No, nobody has shot
Nobody's
this
hit it
pig
with
yet.
anything.
Uh-uh.
It's time to draw first blood. I think.
I think you should try. Oh, yeah, baby.
Benny.
I'm gonna.
Isn't that important?
Yeah, well, just for appearances, because I don't want to look bad in front of the pirate.
That's true.
We have persistent
You
bennies.
don't want to lose faith. Faith.
I don't. This could be embarrassing for all of us. So
Right.
I'll take one of my bennies now and
Okay.
center
Do
myself.
this. You can do. Okay. So you shoot, and it it bucks its head, and the bolt. It looks like it's going well right towards it, and it just clatters off of one of its massive tusks. Nice shot though.
I hit it.
Yes.
Everybody's-
Didn't hit it past its parry though, so there we go. Good signs. All right. Okay. So what's next? Oh, look, it's the boars. But guess what? Everyone, ladies and gentlemen, our esteemed audience members, it's time to quit.
What?
Oh my God, am I really going to do that to you? Am I going to surround them by a bunch of boars, have them start to be getting rushed at? Because that's what's happening. The boars all paw at the ground and come rushing in. And I guess if this was a TV show, we would fade to black. And there would be something come up on the screen along the lines of, "Oh my God, what will happen? Tune in next week."
So they're mid-charge coming in.
Yeah. So basically,
Their turn.
what's going to happen is we get to start off the next episode with the charge of the Boar Brigade coming down on you guys.
I think it's like a bird's eye view, like it is right now. But then it pans out as it sees a circle tightening, and then
Right, totally. And
yeah, that's pretty awesome.
it will also allow me, so for next week when we start this and have the battle to go on, I can have fixed, because I need to put in another window. I'm not going to bore you with how the hell OBS works. Never mind. So anyway, you'll be able to see the rolls next week. Let's put it that way.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. So here, hold on a second. Let me, before we go to the, let's get the big picture on with all them smiling faces. faces. There they all are. All right, everybody. Hey, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in to Tales of a Savage Land. And thank you for coming on this journey with our intrepid... See, you guys aren't adventurers. That's another thing I have a problem with. People aren't necessarily adventurers. This isn't first edition or basic D&D where you have to go into a dungeon, kill things, and steal its money so you can gain experience points. This is a story. These aren't adventurers. They're initiates of the Arcanus. There we go. Anyway, I want to say thank you for everybody for watching, and let's go ahead and do a roll call of everybody. They can tell you where they can be found, so forth and so on. So Ari, let's go ahead and we'll start the goodbyes with you.
Well, I am Grace, who's been playing Ari all night. You can find me here on Wednesday nights, 7. Well, hang on. I think it's 9 Eastern is what everyone's
You're
saying.
Correct.
I'm horrible at time zones, so that's what I'm going to go with.
Yes, it is 9 p.m. Eastern time. Excellent. And people can find you. Are you twitching yet? I mean, not twitching. Are you Twittering yet? You getting on there and you're interacting. I saw you were interacting with some people on the Discord, though, right? I did. I thought you popped in once. Yeah.
It depends. I like to play.
You like to play hard to get.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Brian, go ahead and sign off for us, will you?
And hello, my name's Jonathan, and I play Brian. And as always, you can find me here Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. EST, playing this fantastic Tales of Savage Land. Wait, no, plural, singular.
Savage
Singular?
Land. Yeah.
Savage
Sometimes
Land.
I messed up when I put in the description for the episode. I put lands. That does happen from time to time. I think they call that being human. I could be wrong.
Oh.
I know, right? Doesn't that sound
Way
good?
to shatter the
I
illusion.
thought you were a DM though.
I am a DM. That just means I'm always right. Wait a minute. That's what the shirt says, actually. All right. Joplin, sir, go ahead and sign up for us.
Hey, I'm Uncle Tony, and you can find me at Stupid Tony on Twitter. And I put a link to one of the videos I made on YouTube. Check that out. It was about a disaster of a game that I tried to host. Always fun. Hearing one of those stories.
Yay. Good
Even
times.
though, hang on, let me. Oh, that pulled that right out of my heart. I feel better now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't die. We're not far from being done with this stuff.
No.
All right.
The dying starts at the beginning of the next episode, obviously.
There you go. See, I've got it all timed out. It's good. It's good. All right. Phoenix, go ahead, sir.
Hey guys, Dylan is my name. Dylan Trahan on everything except for this. It's Villain Trahan here on Twitch. I don't stream very often though, so check me out everywhere else. I made a new video today, and boom, it's in the chat. And also, I just like to thank whoever subscribed to my channel during today's. I love my new subscriber's name is Clintoris.
Nice.
Like,
So if that's one of you fine folks in the stream today, thank you for the subscribe.
Yes.
And thank you for bringing that name into my life.
Well done. Well done. And I, of course, am Will DM. I am the great game master for this here game every Wednesdays, like at the time that everybody said here. I am also the dungeon master for Return to the Bandit Kingdoms here on Tuesday nights during our Greyhawk adventures. That is actually in its last couple of episodes for the first season. We're wrapping that up. So over a year's worth of gaming coming down to a pretty sweet battle with the big bad. We will be just a little while after we wrap up Return to the Bandit Kingdoms, we will be going into Ghosts of Saltmarsh and starting that up. Yes, so we'll be playing that on the Greyhawk Adventures on Tuesdays, right here, same time. It's at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. So you can go to Mr. Atomic Peanut Butter, Mr. Adam PL. Down below, you can find the link, which will go to all the older videos that we have. We're a little bit behind right now because Adam is finishing up his production and he's doing the editing for Supers, which is his new web series on superheroes, which will also be on the YouTube channel. You can see the first episode of Savage Lands there right now. I think the second episode might already be there, but you can, if you go here up into the videos on our Twitch channel, watch the other episodes of Tales of Savage Land right here. But all of the Return to the Bandit Kingdom episodes are over there, as well as Adam's other web series, The Reset Switch, that can be found over there, and old episodes of Nirvana are already also on there. Another stream on the channel. So there is all that. You can catch me on Twitter at Giant Stomp. And that's about it. I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuned in and watched tonight. We appreciate it, and we love the support and you guys. So thank you very much, and peace out. I probably should I never do this. Let me get the end ready. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the end credits. Bye, guys.